T minus 50 seconds. T minus 40 seconds. T minus 30 seconds. T minus 20 seconds. Ten, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Shout out to Kop-Ish.
Shout out to Kopish,
keep
guys.
all the good work
the
up.
two legends, Emil Heskey, Howard Gill. Can't get much better than that, guy. Yeah. You know what to do now. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm with legends, guys. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending where you're watching in the world. We are back with another Monday night live show. As always, when we get behind the mic, please make sure you subscribe, comment, and like. Got a full packed show for you guys today. Going to be speaking about Fabrizio Romano's comments regarding Liverpool Football Club. Going to be taking a deep dive into the situation with Salah and the AFCON, and also news about Kelleher potentially wanting to leave and how we deal with that as a club if that were to happen. Matt Drift, how are you doing, brothers?
Hot day.
Super under the weather, but we move, we push through. You know what I mean?
Hear you.
So
if I sound a bit nasal, apologies. I don't know how it sounds on the other end. I know my head's rattling around, but
You sound all right, bro. Trust me,
Yeah.
we're all there, bro. I got the tissues on deck. I got
Trust.
water. I got everything needed at the moment, so I know the feeling. Not the busiest of news days today. Obviously, football is being dominated, or English football, should I say, is being dominated by Man City winning the Champions League. They finally got over the hurdle. Pep Guardiola's finally won a Champions League without Lionel Messi, cemented his legacy in theory. Not going to spend long on it. In fact, Matt, I'll start with you because obviously me and Drift, we've spoken about it already. How do you feel about City winning the Champions League?
They were bound to do it. They were always going to do it. It was just about when. Their squad...
Sorry, I'm not laughing at you. Jarrock is a t-shirt. He's not a bullet. I'm at home. I'm good. I'm not in beef with no one. I'm good. Like,
oh yeah, it does look like a Kevlar vest still.
That is mad still. It does. You know what? Like, they're always gonna win it. Like, fair play to them. Their squad is too good to not win it. Their manager's too good to not win it. It was just a matter of time. Fair play to them. Hats off to them in terms of, like, they done what they needed to do. I'm happy about it. Obviously not, because it's a rival. And it's not just a rival. It's more about how they've gone about it to get what they've needed to get. And what's kind of annoying is that, you see, I won't even go too deep into it, but certain things haven't been answered about their club as a whole. But yet they go and win trophies. And nothing, like, we won't see nothing until probably 2-3 years. And you know what I'm saying? So, but put all that aside, let's just talk football. They won it. We always knew they were going to beat Inter, but it's one of them things where they were too good, man. They, like, you spend that amount of money, you're gonna win. Have they done it the right way? That remains to be seen, because I can't sit here and say definitively. However, they done what they needed to do, and they were always going to win it. So hats off to City in it. They won a Champions League.
Now, everyone knows my feelings towards Man City because I've been speaking about it for years before it became fashionable, before the charges were made official. One thing I will say, though, that I don't think should be labelled at them is the notion of they won it because of money. Because you look at how much money Chelsea spend, you look how much United spend. Real Madrid, Barcelona have pretty much put themselves in a position whereby they're selling any sort of naming rights just to keep above water at the moment. So a lot of the teams have spent big money in, and maybe they've done it over a short period of time, whereas the others have maybe spread it out over more years. I don't think you can just say it's just the money why they've won it, because Pep has done a madness to keep this team motivated throughout the season, for them to do a 3P and a treble. As much as I dislike it, as much as I think there has been cheating involved, there still has to be some level of credit for what he's done on the pitch, in my opinion.
You've changed your tune, Cal.
No, I think
I'm not
always
gonna lie, Cal's being soft.
Cal, do you remember Cal used to be very adamant Guardiola was this good because of the teams that he'd been manager of?
Oh
and
no,
now,
I still keep the same energy, but I still have to give credit because I see other teams spending money, and I see how every season he's adapted and changed his team and tactics to accommodate and win stuff. Like, I don't think that can be overlooked. It's made it easier, him having the backing and all that. But again, we've seen other managers have a lot of money and all that. I'm
proud of you, bro. You've changed. I'm proud of you,
it's still F Pep, it's still F City, it's still F the FA, it's still F everyone. But at the same time, I'm a football man, innit? And I said I've turned heel. I'm a football man, and I have to sit back and I have to appreciate the football that they play.
He's the best manager to do it. I just think it has to be acknowledged. It just does.
See, that's where I draw the line.
I mean, people will say Fergie, but I don't think we will really know in terms of like longevity, because a manager will never get 26 years in this current way football is. But if you just look at the accomplishment in a short space of time, fuck off, Fly, man. If you look at the accomplishment in a short space of time in the Premier League, and then you look at the whole of his career and everything he's accomplished, and the fact that he's got more trophies than Ferguson already. So that means he'll continue, and it's gonna be a pile up. Maybe you can say Fergie's the Premier League GOAT, and I won't argue with that because Fergie is an absolute legend. But in terms of just all-round managers, Pep Guardiola is the best manager to ever live. And I hate to say that, and he's the manager of the team that is like stopping Liverpool from being able to win or whatever. But Pep Guardiola is the best manager to ever live. It is what it is.
No, but he's not though, because you have to add context. When you say about trophies, you have to add context. In Barcelona,
he's done it everywhere.
No, but that's not the context. That's the statistics without context.
So why does no one have context to the fact that for about the first 10, 15 years of the Premier League, Alex Ferguson had a much bigger financial advantage over everyone else and was buying up all the best players? Nobody ever talks about that.
Because he did it legally, Drift. That's why.
It's irrelevant whether it was legal, Cal. It was an advantage over everybody else.
Did you just say it's irrelevant whether it was legal?
No, because we're talking about the tools the manager had to do the job. So I'm not at Barcelona and Bayern Munich, it wasn't dodgy money when Guardiola was winning. So I'm saying we have to acknowledge the fact that Man United had people on the board that gave them an advantage.
Bayern Munich were buying their nearest rivals' best players.
Yeah, but now we're just like doing too many if buts and maybes.
It's
what
not
Guardiola
it's context,
has done,
bro.
But can I? But no, quickly before
whether he cheats or not.
No, I didn't say it's irrelevant whether he cheats. I said it's irrelevant where the money came from. Fergie had an advantage over everybody.
Drift, how can it be irrelevant?
Because the money situation, A, hasn't been proven their cheat shit, and
Come on.
No, I'm not saying they're not. I'm just saying until we get the facts, we can't just run with the guilty thing. Ain't that what everybody
Hold
said?
on, so OJ weren't guilty either as well, then, because he got proven innocent.
That's a totally different scenario.
I mean, not really.
That's a totally different. All I'm saying is Fergie had a financial advantage until Abramovich bought Chelsea over everybody else in the Premier League. And whether or not it was legit or not isn't what my point is. My point is being the manager of Man United had a much bigger financial help and boost that meant he could go and spend 30 million Rio, 30 million Rooney. These are the days when 30 mil was like 100 mil, you know, and he was able to just go and pick any who he... Matt, am I lying? Was 30 mil in the 90s not like 100 mil now? When he could just go, I want Rio Ferdinand. Boom, let me just go buy him.
Yeah.
He did it whenever he needed it.
No, he done it a lot.
Whenever he needed it.
Ferdinand. Ferdinand. So back in the day, my opinion, 30 million was like, let's just say 30 million. If it was 100, it's like 70 or 80. Yeah. So remember, he bought the Rios. That was like a 30. He bought a Rooney.
30. Rio's meant to be 30. They basically
Rio was 30.
Bro, Rio was 30 mil, bro.
Guys, I'm not even being funny here. Do the research on the Rio deal. The reason why Rio did not have how much was Rio? Rio, I'm not even joking when I say this. I think Leeds only received like 15 mil or something
Nah.
If
That's kind of irrelevant. No, it don't even matter. How much was Rooney?
Rooney was 30.
How much was Varane? How much was Van Nistelrooy? They were able to just always go and spend 25, 30 mil and just blow everyone out the water.
So hold on, all right, wait. Back in the day, Liverpool were buying players as well, like John Aldridge and all that. And if you want to do the equivalence of inflation and all that, we were outspending teams as well back in the day. So does that mean if you outspend teams, you don't get credit?
No, the point I'm making is you can't label money at Guardiola when Fergie had a financial advantage.
Money definitely helps. My stance is money helps.
Where the money is coming from, Drift. It's not
that's not the manager's problem.
Irrelevant?
Because that's not the manager's problem. If we're going to judge everybody...
What do you mean it's not the manager's problem?
All right, look how many dodgy things Real Madrid probably do. You know where you're just like, we'll never be able to prove it, but look how many dodgy... So what, are we going to take away the achievements of all the Real Madrid managers that win?
But we talk about the dodginess Real Madrid do all the time.
Bruv, so that means that we might as well stop having conversations then, because everybody's been a manager of a club who's done something where you can go, hold on a minute, and then the credibility's got to be taken away then. Who else has been a manager of a club where there isn't something you can go, hold on a minute, what's going on over there? Like, come on, man, we just got to look at a face value. Guardiola having a financial advantage is a thing, but Fergie had a financial advantage. When Mourinho was at Chelsea, he had a financial advantage. Like, you know what I mean? So let's not do all of that. Let's just talk about their achievements, the football they play, their impact on football. Guardiola is the best manager to ever do it.
So I don't know if he's the best manager to ever do it, but he's in the conversation.
All right, so if you're adding context, has he had everywhere he's been? Has he had it easier than other managers? Has he already had foundations built from and all that?
Yes.
All right,
yeah,
then.
No, I mean, not at Barcelona. I don't know. They were going for a rebuild
I'm
when
trying to
he
have
took
context
over.
here.
Messi, Iniesta, and Xavi. No.
No, I'm not saying he didn't have top ballers, but they were going through a bit of a transition when he took over. It was like, it wasn't literally just like, because remember, he brought Pedri through.
He took over Bayern Munich after they won a treble.
Guys, this is, you lot are literally at the other end.
He got more points than Bayern Munich have ever had in their history.
You guys are at the other end of the spectrum.
Barcelona,
that's the problem. You're not meeting in the middle.
Every single league he's been in, he's accumulated more points than anyone else has ever got.
Listen to what I'm saying, though.
Go on.
This is crazy.
No. Hear what I'm saying. You guys are at the other end of the spectrum, yeah? But slow it down, pause, yeah? Meet in the middle. Because I get both points. Here's what I'm saying. So, Drift, you're saying, regardless of the spending, even though the spending does help, you have to put that to a degree to one side and look at the coach, look what he's done. He's winning things regardless, because you got other teams out there like United's back in the day. They've done the same thing, but Pep is doing it now in a league you could arguably say that's harder. Cal,
not just that. Every manager he's up against always has money. Ancelotti always had the best team with the most money in his league. Mourinho, generally speaking, always had the most money. Fergie, do you get? So I'm saying, like, he's up against all the other managers who've always got money as well. That's what
I hear that as well. And what Cal's saying is this year, although Guardiola, yes, we can praise him for what he's won, the money that he's had compared to his rivals is almost a joke in the space of time. Not only that, he's also got a point as well. When you look at the foundations, Barcelona already had a Messi, Iniesta, and Xavi. Look at flipping Bayern Munich, bro. Bayern Munich were already certified. So what he's saying is, yes, we can give him props, but at the same time, he's got foundations wherever he goes. And not only that, look at the amount of money that he's given every single time for him to go and do his work. And not only that, and I'm going to say it, and he hasn't even said it yet, he's also saying, if he couldn't do it at Bayern, he only did it at Barca up until now, but look what it's taken for him to do what he's done at City. Am I right, guys? I think you lot just need to kind of just meet in the middle, because you both got points.
When did football start?
You both got value points, in my opinion.
When did football start?
Do you know what I'm saying?
About 130 years ago.
Cool. So we're going to forget about Paisley as well then, yeah?
No, I actually think Paisley is probably the only manager who possibly I'll be like, do you know what? Hey. But again, the longevity of Guardiola over Paisley probably is what still helps to lean towards Guardiola, and he's not even done yet.
Jiff, just quickly, just to answer this question. You see how what Pep has been given in his tenure for the clubs that he's managed. So even if you look at Bayern Munich as well, Barca didn't really need the money because the squad was already there, in my opinion. But more Man City. Do you honestly feel like if Klopp had that same resources, he could win the same amount or more or less around that? Or do you still feel like Pep is that good that even with the same amount of money, I don't know if Klopp could do them type of things there? Genuine question. It's ain't a trick, by the way.
I think there's a massive possibility that Klopp could have achieved what Guardiola achieved in terms of like the trophy haul. Yeah, 100%. But you lot know how much I ride for Klopp, but Klopp wouldn't be playing football that looks as good. And
but it's not about the football. No, I hear you.
In the way that Guardiola.
But it's not about the football, in my opinion. It's more about because that's
it
the
has
reason
to be,
why
bro. If you're not pretty and you're the best, it has to count, bro.
No.
He's not just looking pretty and not doing nothing. He's looking pretty and he's winning.
Bro. Hear what I'm saying now.
I don't think they've looked that pretty this season, but this has been their best season. I actually don't think
I think in general, Guardiola football is very.
They're starting to play the DNA.
And people said he's never rebuilt a team. He's rebuilt Man City.
But what Cal's trying to say, and correct me if I'm wrong, Cal, he's saying, okay, he knows Pep is one of the best in the world, yeah. But to sit one of the best ever, but to sit there and say he's the best is a tough one because when I just said to you another name, another manager who if he had the same resources could potentially do. Because remember, we're talking about a manager who always lives on some shoestring budget for various reasons. We know we won't get into it. And look what he was able to achieve. Then you think, okay, the manager's that talented. Could he do the same thing with the same amount of money? That's why I feel like for you to say it definitively, I disagree. I understand why you're saying it. I just disagree. I don't think you can sit here and just say, yeah, Pep's the best ever because look what he's done. Because you got to think about, okay, look what he's done, but what did he do to actually get there? He didn't have to build. I mean, he built his squad, bro. But man was just given all the pocket money. In fact, he wasn't even given pocket money. You know, Klopp's one of them. I mean, you know, you like analogies, Drift, yeah? Klopp was the brother that had to get pocket money and save up, Drift. Save up, yeah? Pep was the guy or the kid that was just like, Mommy, I'm going out. Can I get £100? Where you going? Oh, I'm going to my friend's house and we're going to go cinema. Why do you need £100? Oh, I might just go and buy something afterwards.
Is this the same Klopp that everybody says it's not about the owners? Klopp's not good enough. He's
I never mentioned ownership.
Blah, blah, blah.
I just said.
No, I'm just saying. Is this the same Klopp that everybody's saying?
Bro, you know what? Come on, but you know what I'm trying to say though.
No, but hold on.
No, I know what you're trying to say, but
no, but you say is this the same? Is this same Klopp that everyone? Everything that's been said about Klopp this season has been merited and it's been based off Klopp's actions.
Yeah, so that means if he was at all these clubs, he might not even have spent the money if he was allowed it. Then
potentially not. You're right. But
so therefore, maybe he wouldn't have done
what. But there's a chance where he might have though. There's a chance he might.
He'd have more freedom.
He'd have more freedom.
Look, yeah, he wouldn't be. I'm
not trying to put Klopp down here because you lot know I'm the biggest Klopp supporter. I'm just using everyone's logic against them to like work it.
I'm not missing the point.
You're twisting words to try and suit a narrative.
Yeah, no, because if Klopp's so sentimental and naive and doing this and doing that and then if he had the money. People said they don't, but apparently he had money last year, but he just didn't do nothing with it, remember?
Never said he had money. We said he had money for a midfielder if he wanted one, and he said no to it.
I mean, same difference.
But Drift, you've been the biggest advocate of saying, oh, we don't know whether Klopp had the money. It's more about...
No, you don't get what I'm doing. You're just
trying to use...
No, it doesn't make sense.
You're just trying to use the people's logic, which is what they've said about Klopp previously about if the funds have been there, he might not necessarily want to spend it anyway. That's what you're trying to do, and then apply it and say, well, even if Klopp had the money, who's to say that he's going to go and buy these players? That's not even what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say is this: if both managers had the same financial resources and both managers even had the same set of players, let's just call it what it is. They had the same set of players so Klopp has the same players. Yeah, take out Pep. You're telling me Klopp can't do the same thing? That's smart.
Yeah, I think Klopp could achieve.
Because we're going around in circles talking about Klopp's like, I don't know, his traits. Like, is he gonna?
I wasn't even talking about Klopp. I was talking about Fergie.
No. But the point still stands. The reason why I'm arguing this point is because you sat here and said, "Oh, you think he's the best definitively," and I think, because he's
got the trophy.
There's an argument to be made for other managers.
Everything else.
I'm not even trying to say you're definitively wrong, but I'm just saying there's an argument to be had.
Who is better than Pep then?
I think Ancelotti is a godfather. Are you mad?
Ancelotti walks into all clubs that's already ready for him and then just
Hold on.
Name me a club Ancelotti's built.
Hold on. When he went to Real Madrid, when was the last time he won a Champions League?
Bro, Real Madrid are always ready to go, Cal. It's Real
No,
Madrid.
no, no, no,
bro.
no.
When
That
are Real
wasn't my
Madrid.
question. That wasn't my question.
Bro.
When was the last time?
They've already got the players,
Come
Cal.
on, man.
When
Ancelotti's
Ancelotti
is a
went,
godfather.
When is Ancelotti? No, I rate Ancelotti. Ancelotti's an absolute don.
When
But when is
Ancelotti
Ancelotti
went there-
built a team? When has he
When-
gone in and the team ain't been good
Hold
already?
on.
And he's
When
built.
When did he
Ancelotti
build a
went
team?
there-
Hold on. Wait, no. When he was, if I'm not mistaken, was Vinicius there when Ancelotti landed? Was Rodrigo there when he landed? I don't think so. Was Valverde there? I'm not too sure.
No,
Bro,
he
if you're going to
wasn't.
look at the squads that he had,
What Real Madrid
he had to-
manager even is in charge of purchases anyway.
oh,
So,
bro, are we really going to do that? So then we're going to start
No,
talking about.
what about all his other clubs? Ancelotti's an absolute GOAT manager, but he always walks into a situation where all he has to do is tweak a few things and manage. He never goes in and the club's in the mud and he's like,
Drift.
right, let me build this club from the ground
How
up.
hard is it to win a
Same
Champions
thing that
League?
Guardiola does, but you
How hard is it to win? You know how hard it is to win a Champions League, and he's done it. What is it? 4 times?
Yeah, but he's got a poor league record. How many times has he won a league title?
Are we really doing? I just said a Champions
No,
League.
honestly, he's been a manager for about 20 years.
Oh
How many
my
league titles does he have? So there's always a little bit
How
of a discrepancy
many
about
titles
how
does he
old
have?
is he doing? Because he's a Champions League GOAT.
Okay.
But how many league titles has Ancelotti got? Honestly,
Actually,
how
I
many
don't know off the
league
top of my head.
titles
I
has
can't tell you
Ancelotti
off the top of
got?
my head. I can't tell you off
It's
the top of my
not
head.
a lot.
I can't tell you
It's
off the top of
not
my
a
head.
lot. I think it's only about maybe 6 or 7
So
across his whole
if we're talking
career.
about just trophies, then in a short space of time, didn't Zidane achieve a high amount of trophies with very little turnover of
Yeah,
players? and all
but
that?
you can't do something for a 3-4
That's
year
a
period
very
and then
good
go
point. I
into
got
a
it wrong.
GOAT
It was
argument.
Zidane. Zidane got 3. You're right. Zidane did get Zidane.
He's a top
Zenedine.
manager for what he did, but you can't be in the GOAT conversation for like 4
No,
or
we
5
never
years of
said-
management.
No, but this is my point, Drift. It can't just be based on trophies. If you're going to speak about someone being the GOAT, it can't just be based on trophies. It's got to be.
I didn't just base it on trophies.
Bruv,
I based it on his
you said at the
ability
beginning-
to play.
bruv, you
a
said
I
it
just
at the
certain
understand
beginning-
how
at the
he's
be-
automatically the
no, but at
best
the
because he's
beginning
won
of
a
the
Champions
debate,
League.
you said he's
I'm
got the most
confused.
trophies. He's even got more trophies than
So
Ferguson.
confused.
Bruv,
Yeah,
for me,
and he
can't-
plays the
for
best
me, He's
football.
not better than Ferguson.
He plays the best football. He transcends every team he goes to and takes them to a new level.
Did he transcend
He
Bayern?
plays,
Did he
he plays
transcend
the
Bayern?
best brand of football. He made Bayern Munich get the highest points total they've ever had
But
in
they
their
didn't win
history.
the
Did they win the
Champions
Champions League?
Oh my God, he didn't win the Champions League. So is that the only way we're going to judge
But
him?
you,
Man?
but you've always said the Bundesliga is a farmers' league, so that's all you're given, right?
But he still took it to another level.
But
He
did he
still
win the
made
Champions
people
League when it
like
mattered?
Lahm
Rival's best
into
player,
midfield.
bro.
on, bro.
He improved world-class players like Lahm and made them look even better.
No, what I'm saying is, although I agree
Right.
that he's one of the best, the reason why I'm arguing with you is because I don't feel like definitively we can sit here yet and say that. The reason I say that is because you can go look at his resume, and his resume does look amazing on paper, bro. But when you break it down in terms of the teams that he's managed, come on, bro. If I'm not mistaken, they actually managed Napoli. Hold on. Pep Guardiola has managed Barcelona B, if I'm not mistaken, Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and Man City. So he's managed 3 clubs. 3 clubs in his whole tenure.
If you're great, why would you go
Let
down?
me land. And in those times that he's managed those clubs, he's had Lionel Messi, who's the greatest player of all time. Okay, cool. So that's Barcelona. He's got Messi, he's got Iniesta, he's got Xavi, he's got Busquets. He's got basically a goated
Okay.
team. Then you go to Bayern. Who did he ever Bayern Munich, Drift? Who did he ever Bayern Munich? Who was
Yeah,
there?
Robben, Ribery,
Lewandowski.
Lahm. Yeah, he had a whole load of bad boys.
Sick team, and won a league, rightly
Who
so.
did
That's what you're
Ancelotti
supposed to
have
do.
at AC Milan?
Bro, let me
Seedorf,
land.
Kaká,
Ah, yeah.
Gattuso.
You
No,
don't
no,
let
I'm
me
just
land.
saying we can
You
do
don't
this
let me
with
land.
everybody, bro.
No, but what I'm
Who's
saying
in the-
is,
hold on. Who's in the
give
more
him man his-
competitive league, Ancelotti or Pep?
I'm giving man the props, so we can't sit here and say, right,
Oh,
definitively
my
that he's the greatest.
This is the first competitive league Pep's been in
And he's absolutely destroyed it.
because of
Absolutely destroyed it. He's won 5 league titles in 7 years. A
And how many
Champions League.
asterisks?
Got the Centurions.
and
Have
115
done the domestic
asterisks.
treble.
Come
Done the real treble.
115
Sick,
asterisks.
no, Pep is a sick manager. He's one of the goats. He's not even a debate. He's one of the goats. But I'm just not gonna sit here and say he's the goat. You know why? Because as much as I rate the manager, and I think the manager is easily top 5. He probably even top 3. Yeah. There's certain things that I can't like until certain things get cleared up, bro. We can't.
I
sit
just
here
want to
and-
know who's better than him then. That's all. If you lot
No.
disagree with me, that's fine. It's
No,
all
but
about
we've
opinions.
We've
but
named
who-
managers and you shut them down. So we just agree to disagree, innit?
Yeah, I think these are all elite managers, by the way. Fergie, elite. Ancelotti, elite. Like Mourinho, elite. These are elite managers. You even mentioned Klopp, elite. These are all elite managers. But Pep has just transcended everybody. He just has. Like, I don't even think there's an achievement he hasn't done except being invincible. And we all know that doesn't really matter because you still just get the same trophy for it. You just get a league title at the end. He's won a domestic treble. He's won the treble. He won 7 trophies in one season. He's got a points total higher than any other manager at every club he's been at. I'm sure he broke the 100-point barrier in all 3 leagues. I definitely know he did it in Germany. And like, this man has done shit that's like, sometimes you just got to step back and go, raw, what the hell are we witnessing while we are witnessing
No.
it?
Do you know what? I hear that, but
and he makes players better, you lot.
No, of course
he actually makes players better.
No, but
it's
you're
not
saying,
even just about money.
No, but you're stating the obvious. He's an elite
Look
manager.
at Raheem Sterling at Chelsea now compared to when he was at City. Look at the levels that Grealish has gone to now.
No, he's an elite manager. There's no denying that. There's no denying he's an elite manager and he goes down as one of the best. My whole thing is this, though. Man can't really sit here and say, all right, so this is a techie one still because I'm about to go into the UFC territory now. All right, cool. Certain man will say John Jones is the best. I still think.
Thank you.
I still think John Jones is the best. However, you see the drugs and all them thing there, man, we can't let that slide. We genuinely can't. That's why some people will say, yes, Jones he is, but they say it through gritty teeth because it's like, bro, if you cheated, you cheated. Now, it's not the same. It's not the same. Hear what I'm gonna say. It's not the same thing as Man City because there hasn't been a definitive answer to what's happened. But let's keep it a buck. If a team has got 100 and something charges, and their man have got shell companies through the roof, I don't even know how we can even like. How do we judge this, guys? Like, on a real talk now. Just if this is us,
look all I want to say is you lot have got
115 charges.
You've got a point with all of that, yeah.
150.
No. Because what the point is that regardless of whether or not that is the case, we're gonna judge the man on what he's done. Man City are the team themselves that I think take the flack and the punishment if that situation is. Because I'm not. I don't know whether Pep Guardiola
separate.
No, because Pep Guardiola wasn't there for a lot of these charges. These charges
that means we go to the same thing for Klopp and FSG, you know.
No. These charges go back to 2013 when Guardiola wasn't even
finished doing all the collections.
No, so what I'm saying is
cooking.
No, so what I'm saying is we can't just tarnish Pep like it was his fault. That means Mancini was part of this. That means Pellegrini was part of this. Everything is like Man City's whole success for the whole time is part of that. So it's unfair to go, Pep Guardiola's got to take like all his credit away because of what they're doing. So the point I'm trying to make,
I hear you. But Pep and a dickhead.
They've all benefited. But
the point is, he's a smart guy, though, right? He's a smart guy. He's a genius.
We still just have to put it down to you can't say because he had these certain players. You have to discredit what man's done.
No, I'm not saying that.
Because I hear like, he had Iniesta, he had da-da-da. Is that so what? Is Scolari not a great manager for winning the World Cup? Because he had Ronaldo, he had Ronaldinho. Like, we can't do that.
Drift, you know, my sole argument is the best of all time. Got nothing to do with that, bro.
He's not a great manager. You know?
Yeah, I said he's elite.
No, but when people say stuff like, he had many Messi and Iniesta, it's like, right, that's being disingenuous.
No, it's not. You're adding context to a situation, Drift. Two things can be right at the same time, bro.
But Fergie had all of these world-class players, and no one does that about Fergie.
Yeah, because Drift, you're saying it like it can't even be a conversation.
I'll give him his flowers.
There's nothing he's had that's helped him that other managers haven't had.
No,
so you have to look at the overall context. When Fergie came to Man United, they were a sleeping giant, and look what he turned them into, the biggest club in the world at one stage.
So you do realize there's a lot of things that people don't know about behind the scenes, helping hand, people on the board that were with the Premier League, they got advantages, knew about it turning to seater stadiums before everyone else. All of these things that gave them advantages, you know, it's history. No one wants to go into, and it's long to talk about it now. But Man United had a lot of, even the allegations about refs and stuff like that. We can all talk about Man United's history. There's a lot of shit that we don't know. Do you know what I mean? So there's a lot of shit, bro, that like we can do. We want to go deep into everybody. I'm just saying on face value, in my opinion, and if you disagree, it's fine. If on face value, Pep Guardiola has done things in football that's just mad. It's just mad. This man has won 7 trophies in one season, a domestic treble, got 100 points in every league, and now he's done the real treble. The only thing he hasn't done in football is go unbeaten. And that is really unnecessary to be judged by. Because you still just get a league title. Yeah, it doesn't matter what, you still just get the same thing.
He shouldn't be judged by that. If
so
he does
this
it,
man has actually done everything. Guys, other than the quadruple, which he did in Spain, in England, what has he not done?
No, Joe, it is Drift. I'm not even trying to. I haven't once sat here and said the man's not elite and the teams are not elite. In fact, I'm praising the teams that he's been at. And I'm saying that how he's been so fortunate to be in those teams and manage those great players. And obviously, he's
did he not earn the right to be in those teams?
But that's exactly what I'm saying. But at the same time, you have to put context to it. He's managed amazing players, bro. But the thing is, though, one thing we have to put into context: the team that he plays for, the team that he manages at the moment, what are they actually doing, bro? I'm not taking away and saying he's not elite, bro. Even if you take away the money, so to speak, well, I know he's elite in it. But what I'm saying is to sit here and say he's the greatest. That's my argument. I think you're doing others a disservice because the others didn't have what he had, and that's why it's hard to kind of put it on a barometer of where man should be. Pep is elite. There's no denying that, but there's other managers that deserve to be there as well. Ancelotti, obviously, spoken about.
You're basically just on trophies, and Klopp's not that great.
You know what I'm saying?
No, Klopp is a great manager, but in this certain argument here, I have to take away a little bit
but you got to
bias.
have that. That's got to be blanket everywhere. If we're just going to base it based on what people have won, then Klopp's not a guy. Klopp's not really at the table.
No,
anyway.
I'm not just basing it on what he's won.
But you just brought that comment up, Drew.
No, that was because you lot was talking about Ancelotti, and I knew it wasn't a lot of league titles. So I'm saying, even though he's a Champions League GOAT, like, come on, 5 league titles in a 20-year career is not good. If you want to be put in the conversation of like being an elite manager.
What's the context around it? What league was he playing? What league did he
Bro,
spend?
he was at AC Milan. He was at Juve. He was at Real Madrid. Yeah, he went to Napoli and Everton and stuff in the dip part of his career. But guys, he's still been at the elite level club.
That's context.
Chelsea, guys, he's been at so many elite clubs and he's only won 5 league titles. How can you have been AC Milan, Juventus, Real Madrid, and Chelsea manager and only have 5 league titles?
Drift, like I'm saying, man. I'm giving man his flowers here. However,
and I love Ancelotti. I actually love Ancelotti.
It's gonna sound a bit corny, but he's landed on his feet a lot, bro. Man City, Bayern Munich, and Barcelona, bro. You couldn't even like the biggest, not the biggest, but the most financially able team.
The right to be there, bro.
By doing what Barcelona be.
Let's move on.
Yeah. We're spending too much time on a manager that has nothing to do with us.
Let's go back to Liverpool. So Fabrizio came out today and said that Liverpool are looking to sign 3 more players before the window ends. 2 midfielders and a defender, apparently. We've been linked with Thuram, Kone, Viega, Pavard, and Van der Ven. First and foremost, do you think we'll get 3 more? Matt, I'll go with you first.
Sorry, someone just sent me something about Pep. Just quickly, I've got to read this out. Someone just said, reminder, Pep Guardiola, I don't even know what this is, why people, I know why, it's because of the argument. Pep Guardiola failed 2 drug tests as a player. He was Barcelona manager during the time they're accused of paying referees. And now he manages Man City with 115, the FFP charges against them all while spending the most money on teams that are already favourites. Rotted. That is mad. He fell 2 drugs. I forgot about that. But anyway, yeah. What was the question? Sorry, Cal?
Was Ancelotti in charge of AC Milan when they got that points deduction for match fixing?
I don't know. This is about Pep. I don't know about Ancelotti.
I'm just saying, like, it's easy to just keep pushing. But anyway,
yeah, someone sent me the thing.
No, I know. But I'm saying we could do this about a lot of other.
But man was a player, though. He was a player, like playing the game. Like,
let's keep it moving. Anyway.
Man was playing the game and fell 2 drug tests as a player, not even a manager, bro. That's crazy.
No comment about the player stuff.
That's mad.
Yeah, but as a player, that's got nothing to do with as a manager.
No, but you know when you said no, but you know I think someone sent that to me, and this is just me quickly. I think someone sent it to me because you know when you're saying about you got to separate Man City and Pep. Well, boy, they're telling you about Pep in it. They're telling you about your guy in it. That's Pep.
I don't hear anyone say that about Edgar Davids. We just say he's a legend. You know what I mean? That he got done for drugs.
People do say that about Edgar Davids.
I don't think no one sat on a stream and said Edgar Davids is the best of all time, though.
But he'd go in the conversation as DM GOATs, though, wouldn't he? He would.
One of the best. I know what me and Kyle have said. One of the Pep is not Pep one of the best.
I'm just saying. Anyway,
I'm just saying as well, fam. I'm just saying. Sorry, Kyle, what was your question, bro?
Do we think we'll sign another 3 players before the window shuts?
3 players. See, 2 midfielders and a centre back.
Can I answer this based on significant signings or just a body in the door?
No, it's nothing to do with significant signings. We'll get to that in
kind of, because we signed 3 players last summer, but 2 of them were kids. So, like, a body through the door is different to a signing.
3 senior players. 3 senior.
3 senior players.
No, we will. We'll get 2. No. Okay. It's either going to be 2 or 3. It's either going to be 1 more centre mid and a centre back, or it's going to be 2 centre mids and a centre back. I don't know if it's going to be 2 or 3. I think that's what Liverpool are trying to do. I've tweeted about it. I think last week I said in my honest opinion, I don't think Liverpool get Thuram and Kone. I think they get one or the other. And then obviously a centre back. Some people are like, no, Matt, that's not what it says. I'm just giving you my opinion. It's not factual. It's just what I think. Liverpool are looking at Thuram or Kone. I've said that from jump. I think Thuram is slightly more advanced than Kone. That's just what I'm led to believe. Do I think we're going to get 2 midfielders and a centre back? I'd love for that to happen, but I think it's going to be... I don't know if that's going to happen. I've got to be honest. If I'm being genuinely honest, I think we get 2 players in, Cal. I think we get a centre mid and a centre back, and I think we're going to be left disappointed, not because of the people that we bring in, but because we know we needed at least 1 more player.
Drift, your thoughts?
Right, I might get Cal a little bit excited here. So if it doesn't happen, please don't get angry at me.
Pause, brother. Pause, bro.
Pause.
No man can't get me excited.
But I was talking with, I'm not going to say his name because people might discredit him if it goes wrong, but I was talking to someone who knows a lot about credible journalists and knows a lot about the rumblings that go on because he's a football writer himself. And what he believes Liverpool are going to do from the information he's been seeing around. And I don't even for a minute think this because Liverpool just don't do this to us, Cal. They don't. But what his understanding is we're pulling out of the Kone deal, which, by the way, I'm really angry about. Cal's curse strikes again. We're pulling out of the Kone deal. No, sorry, I should have thrown that.
That wasn't even a straight.
No, because I'm upset. I thought the curse was about to be broken, man. We're pulling out of the Kone deal because Kefram is almost completed. And it was between one of them. It was never going to be both because they are similar.
As I said at the beginning.
And the other midfielder is Szoboszlai. And the 4 signings this summer are Szoboszlai, Kefram, McAllister, and Pavard. Apparently, those are all about 60 to 70% down the line in terms of negotiation, etc., etc. I don't want to get myself all excited, get my hopes up and all that stuff, but that is what the talk actually is behind the scenes, etc., etc.
I mean, you did throw shade, so I'm going to throw a little shade back, just for the context.
Yeah, no, I deserve it. I shouldn't have thrown the shade.
You said Mount was virtually done as well.
I know, but we didn't get Champions League. If we'd have got Champions League, that actually would have happened. It actually would have happened. But we effed that up by not getting Champions League, which is a bit of a slight on the player because it means that he only wants to go where Champions League is. But you know what? And I would have still been happy with Mount. I'm not going to be shady now he's going United. I still think Mount is a really good player and would have suited Liverpool. I'm not going to be shady about it.
Fabrizio did come out and say that it might not. Let me not put words in. A reputable journalist came out and said it would be a left-footed centre back we're looking at.
Yeah, it is
more so.
I did hear about that as well. But apparently, we're willing.
Pavard wants to leave Bayern Munich, so he actually plays as a centre back.
We've spoken to Pavard already.
Well, I'm hearing that Pavard is the reason we won't get a centre-back because he can play both. Oh. So if we don't get a left-sided centre-back, it's just because Pavard has multi-facet positional, which, again, we have said on this channel that losing Milner, even though he was too old now, the type of play was brilliant because of that. Pavard can play left-back, maybe not to the greatest level, but he can play left-back. He's a good right-back, and he's a decent centre-back. That screams Klopp. We got to be honest. That is literally like a Milner kind of replacement.
And I'll ask you both. I'll ask you both one word answer. Matt, do you want Pavard?
Yeah.
Oh, Drift. Do you want Pavard?
I'm literally 50-50.
I'll take Pavard.
No, Matt. No, Matt. Not. I'll take Pavard. Do you want Pavard at Liverpool? No,
I don't. Okay, I don't want to. But I'll take Pavard. I'll take Pavard at Liverpool.
You're taking something and wanting something are two different things.
He's not my first choice, isn't it?
All right, not even if he was your first choice, bro. Because Kimmich wouldn't have been anyone's first choice. But if we got linked to Kimmich, no one's saying we'll take Kimmich. We'll be like, we need Kimmich. We need.
The thing is, here's the thing of Pavard. Pavard, the way how he plays the game, he's not the most athletic in it. But
hold that there, man. Hold that there. He's not the most athletic. What does our defense usually need to rely on? Also, I'm not even being shady when I say this. I know the first thing people are going to say is, look at who he plays for. Look at what he's won. Fair enough. Is Pavard better suited playing at right back for Liverpool than Kyle Walker-Peters? Wow.
Okay. No. He's not a better defender than Kyle Walker-Peters.
Wow.
But
if I was chatting crap, you lot would have shut that down straight away.
No, you're not chatting crap at all. Kyle Walker-Peters is a brilliant defender. But I think Pavard is better at attacking than Kyle Walker-Peters, Cal. So it would depend what style of right back that we were going with, if you get what I mean.
Is he? Pavard's
I
not
think
great
he
from
is.
an attacking standpoint.
No, I don't think he's great,
Damn,
but
son.
I think that he's like, I will say like he's a bit more of a goal threat. And I would say he's just got a little bit more of like, he doesn't have so much of like brain fog in the final third, if you get what I mean. I'm not saying he's brilliant at it, but I think Kyle Walker-Peters is much better defensively than Pavard. So I guess it depends what you're going with.
I disagree with that. I think
Pavard's better defensively than Kyle Walker-Peters?
Pavard is better defensively than Kyle Walker-Peters.
Oh, wow. I'm kind of shocked to hear you say that.
Yeah, 100. No, 100. I think Kyle Walker-Peters is better going forward. Pavard is
Who
one
would you
thing
prefer
about
one-on-one, bro? Like if a winger was going one-on-one up against
Pavard has better defensive nous or better defensive like.
You think so?
Yeah. What it is, Kyle Walker-Peters is just more athletic. That's the difference, I think. But what it is with Pavard, like you see, like defending. Remember, Pavard is like he's more centre back that, in my opinion, that can play right back, but he's been used out on the right back slot, innit? And now he's been converted into a right back. Kyle Walker-Peters, in my opinion, like he's good defensively, but he's better, I think, going forward. And I think his athleticism really helps him as well. He's more like trying to think of the player. Can't think of the player, but nah, Pavard. The only reason why I'm not like, Pavard should be first choice is because athletically, Pavard is not really the guy. Like, but if Pavard was more athletic, 100%. Because defensively, he's sound. Pavard is very good. It's just in the Prem, like when you got these flying wingers. You know? No, I know, but
Walker-Peters is really sound defensively, man.
No, but Pavard is better though, bro. Trust me, Pavard is better defensively. He is, bro. I think he's personal.
I'm not taking Pavard over Kyle Walker-Peters.
I probably wouldn't either.
But was that the question? I said he's better defensively, not who's better.
No, I'm just saying I don't think he's better.
No, but who do you think is a better defender?
Better defender? I'd probably still go Kyle Walker-Peters.
What? Defender?
I'll be real with you, Matt. Yeah, I'm gonna be real with you.
You know, Pavard can do centre back as well. You know.
That doesn't mean
no. We're talking about right back though. We're talking about right back because obviously Kyle Walker-Peters can't play centre back, so we're talking about at right back.
But I feel like, all right, let's keep it a buck. Let me ask you lot both this. Other than athleticism, what is Walker-Peters better at? Athletic, because he's better athletically.
I mean, that's a bit.
Who can read the game better? Who's got the experience? I don't know.
Pavard got a better experience, but I in one-on-one defending, I'd probably put more of my money on Kyle Walker-Peters.
Yeah, I would. I mean, his athleticism is part of it, Matt. So it's a little bit like you said, take away what one of his good attributes are, but like
we're talking about Pavard and I know Walker-Peters is good, but
say for example, we're coming up against Vinicius and we're playing Real Madrid. I've got more faith that Kyle Walker-Peters is going to be able to keep up.
But you're based on athleticism. What was if?
Well, bro, that's what's part of being a right back, man.
No.
You can't take away man's good attributes.
But we can't. No.
You can't do that, bro.
I'm not doing.
If you take that away from Kyle Walker, bro, then he's.
Because then we've got to say we'll take away Vinicius' pace, and then how does he beat defenders? Then, like, do you get what I mean? We can't do that.
No. What I'm saying is Walker-Peters is better athletically. Yeah. We're not sitting there saying Pavard is like he's not athletic. He's just not the most athletic right back that you want to see. However, if we're talking about one-on-one, like big game players, What, you think Pavard ain't seen Vinicius more than Walker Peters has? Come on, it's not just about athleticism.
Yeah, experience.
Come on,
experience. Yeah, of course.
Pavard knows the game, bro. Pavard,
I don't think Pavard is a bad player, you know. I'm 50-50.
No, but you man are sitting there saying Walker Peters is better than Pavard. I think going forward,
I think he'd suit us better.
Defensive.
Forward?
I think Pavard will be better going forward. I think Pavard crosses
so
better.
Hold on, let me ask you,
and
man.
I think he's got more composure.
Let me ask you, man, something. Pavard in a back four, Trent's in midfield, or Walker Peters in the back four and Trent's in midfield. What you man are going still Walker Peters?
Probably, yeah.
Right, you man are just on this athleticism thing. No, fair play if you are.
No, Cole Walker Peters. You're being a bit disingenuous, but Walker Peters is a good defender.
But you know what it is, though? Do you know why I know I'm not? You man haven't told me something that to make me even think like, okay, cool. Name me something that you think.
I think he's good positionally.
No, I do. One-on-one defending.
And Pavard.
And one-on-one defending.
Yeah, one-on-one defending.
He's good at one-on-one defending.
People, am I on the island here? Put a 1 in the chat for Walker Peters.
No, looking at
2 in the chat for Pavard.
More people.
No, I want to let the people land because I feel like I'm on the island, though.
No, you're not.
More people
seem to agree with you.
This is Pavard, you know.
I don't rate Pavard's not that guy anymore.
No, but Pavard. No. What it is, but Pavard or Walker Peters, none of them are elite. But what I'm saying is, though, if they're gonna play right back for Liverpool, and we always talk about like defending, I think Pavard's a better defender than Walker Peters. You know, I don't even think that's even for me. I don't think it's. I
don't think the disparity is huge between the two. It's not like one is a 10 or one is a 4 or something.
Pavard's just a better defender.
I disagree, but I don't have a problem.
Defending is his thing.
I don't have a problem with your statement.
Yeah.
I don't think it's an outrageous statement or anything.
I know.
I just think Walker Peters is and it's the one-on-one thing.
This is what we're gonna do every time. Jamrot's like, when is the last time? Are we really gonna do this, Jamrot? Like, man's asking when the last time I saw him play. Like, what do I have to come on there and say?
What is very unfair is a lot of people are judging Pavard on last season when he wasn't really that good.
That's what I'm
one
saying.
Bad season doesn't always of a sudden make you like a terrible player. I think that people have got to not do that. We can't just judge Pavard just because he had a bad season just gone. Do you know what I mean? Maybe he was unmotivated. He wants to leave Bayern Munich. Maybe he's just not motivated.
I genuinely feel like Pavard, in my opinion, has the experience and the know-how for how we would want to play, especially if we want like the right back to not basically the right back not to be like what's the word I'd say, or just like going up and down touchline. Like Pavard is like the right back who defensively you can count on him. Walker Peters, I think, is more exciting because I think Walker Peters, like I said to you guys before, I think Walker Peters is better going forward because he's more athletic. Like, do you know what I mean? He can do a bit more. But I think if we're talking about you need your right back just to be that right back and not do nothing mad, I think the safe bet is Pavard. But the higher ceiling is my man. That's what I'm saying.
Here's where
the highest ceiling is Walker, you know.
Here's where I'd want Pavard over
Walker
Peters. I'd want Pavard over Walker Peters for when we have those clutch moments and we're in that pressure cooker that even though he's been in a relegation battle, let's be honest, Walker Peters doesn't have that like pressure cooker kind of like experience.
Pavard's got a shot in him.
Been in the World Cup,
he's
been in the
got
Champions League. Like he's got that like when we talk about winners in the dressing room, Pavard straight away comes in and has respect. And like he's the type of guy who's got that mentality. So I fully agree
on the French side.
I fully agree with you on that regard.
He's on the French side.
But look, the French Revolution's a mad thing. If we get Pavard, we get Kefram. Do you know what I mean? We're cooking.
This is what I'm saying. Yeah. I'm not disagreeing with what you man. Or I'm disagreeing in terms of who I think is better. However, I'm not gonna sit here and say what you're saying is mad because it's not. Because I rate Walker Peters. I just think defensively, when it comes to like big game experience, I think Pavard, for me, I'd rather Pavard over Walker Peters. However, I think Walker Peters has a higher ceiling. That's what I've said. And that's what I'll
Why is everyone talking about Mbappe? What's going on?
I don't even know. What's going on with Mbappe?
Apparently, he's going to leave this summer. With all due respect,
he's only going Real Madrid. There's nowhere else.
Real Madrid is the only team he's going to.
Yeah.
Benzema just left.
I see it now.
Come on.
He's not gonna sign. He's not gonna activate the extension. Basically,
with all due respect, please, guys, don't disrespect us by saying we're being linked with Mbappe.
Yeah. At this rate, guys, the
Fabrizio
is that
has
Man
said
City
it just
would
now.
Go and get him. So
he goes. Mbappe has informed PSG of his decision. He will not trigger the option to extend the current contract until 2025. it means the deal would expire June 2024. PSG's position, no plan to lose Kylian on for free, sign a new deal, or he could be sold. That's what Fabrizio just tweeted literally just a second.
What I will say,
well done, Real Madrid.
You know, what I don't like about it potentially is who are PSG potentially going to come knocking for.
Salah, we know this already. I know this.
No, but Salah wouldn't be a direct replacement for Mbappe because they play on either flank.
Oh no, it's not even about that.
They've lost Messi as well.
Yeah, they need a talisman, a star. But they might even lose Neymar. They wouldn't get rid of Neymar.
Well, I mean, I don't know how true this is, but after talking to a couple PSG fans who were like in the know, their like philosophy now is to kind of go along the young, up and coming potential superstar French players and not go down the like crazy superstar route. And that's one of the reasons why Kone and Kelleher are two of the players that they want themselves. So I don't know if they necessarily are going to go and repeat the cycle of like, because apparently that's why Neymar, they might get rid of his own. Like they kind of are a bit like sick of the like big superstar names, cost all this money, and there hasn't really been a winning thing from it. And like it's costing them all this money and it's hard to keep up with it and all that. Apparently they kind of want to go down there. Because remember, there's so many young French ballers that are like proper superstars. They can just go and get them and build a team and in a few years' time be that still elite, but they didn't have to go and do the 200 mil for Neymar and all that rubbish. Do you get what I mean? So I don't know. I don't know if they'd come and see a 30-year-old Salah as a good 120 million pound investment. I don't
remember
know.
The chairman had a meeting with Salah how many months ago now. The chairman loves Salah, bro. Like they have actually good relationship.
Salah loves Liverpool though.
No, I'm not saying he doesn't like Liverpool. All I'm saying is,
does he love Liverpool's ambition? Though?
I don't think Salah would leave Liverpool for PSG personally.
Listen, I'm not gonna. I can't sit here categorically and say Salah will just never leave Liverpool and go to PSG. I can't say that. I would like to think that.
Yeah.
No, I would like to think that, but football's football, innit? The game's the game.
Yeah,
I hope you're right, Drift.
Matt, I'll ask you this because me and Drift spoke about this at length on Twitter yesterday. If Pavard were to sign for Liverpool, where do you see him playing? And do you think that's the end of Trent playing right back?
If Pavard signs for Liverpool, he'll play right back. He's not going to leave Bayern Munich to then sit on the bench and be a rotational player. He's going to leave Bayern Munich to play every game. He's going to want to start. That would signal intent for me that Klopp wants to put Trent in midfield, and he's cool with that, which for me, I'm cool with as well.
All right, hold that right there. So, let's say Pavard signs and Trent goes into midfield. Ready sign McAllister. So you got McAllister, you got Trent, you got Fabinho, you got Henderson, you got Bajcetic, you got Jones, you got Thiago, Elliot. Have I missed anyone out?
You said Curtis Jones?
I think I did, yes. All right, let me go from the top again. Fab, Hendo, Bajcetic, Thiago, Jones, McAllister, Trent, Elliot. Morton's coming back and he's going to get a chance to prove himself in pre-season as well. It's 9.
Man like Tyler,
That's 9, yeah? Do you still see us getting another 2 centre midfielders? Or, in fact, I'll swap it. Do we need another 2 centre midfielders?
Yeah, because I think...
Does Morton have to be registered?
I think he'll go back out on loan, Drift. I think he goes back out on loan.
Because you can take Morton and Bajcetic away at the fact they don't have to be registered.
No, this isn't about being registered, Headrift. This is more about
that would be behind the thinking, though, right? With signing players because it's a minor, they can play anyway, so it's not like it's not a big
the notion. No, but even if you take away Bajcetic and Morton and Elliot, that you've still got 6. If we were to buy another 2,
that's right.
If we were to buy another 2, we'd have 11.
That's all right because Elliot can play on the wing, so he's a double position coverer. Bajcetic is only 18. Morton will probably go out on loan. We know the availability of Thiago is quite slim, so you use him sparingly anyway. So I think we'll be, and we've got a competition where we're going to need to be playing other players to give them game time, the Europa League. So I think 11, when 2 will probably go out, maybe 3 Cal, some play different areas in the field as well. I think that's all right.
I think All right, so you're saying to me with them midfielders, is Klopp most likely going to sign 2 others? The reason why I think he still might is because
do we need?
Well, yeah, because I think quality trumps quantity, first of all. And not only that, Klopp knows injury records as well better than just like us, innit? He knows the players that get injured as well. He's gonna probably think to himself, he knows he can't rely on those people. So I think he does try and get 2 in. Not only that, I think there's certain midfielders. I don't know if it's on the agenda. That's what I'm gonna say. Certain midfielders who their roles change, like their roles transition in it as well. So that's another factor they have to factor in as well. In fact, I'll just say the name, Jordan Henderson. He gets factored in terms of maybe, and it's ain't definitive, maybe Klopp looks at him, he's going to be, 33, 34 this year, if I'm not mistaken, and goes, you know what? I'm going to kind of transition you now to the kind of Milner-ish type role where you don't play every game or you don't start every game, but I bring you on kind of like what he did with Milner. That could be a possibility as well. And he's thinking long-term, do I bring in the replacement? So I don't think it's that cut and dry to think, because we've got 11, he don't bring in 2 more. I actually think he still does. So, yeah.
Fair dues. If we weren't to get Pavard, if we were to get Pavard, do you still think we'll get a left-sided centre back?
No.
Do you think that could be a hindrance for us?
Unless Matip left. I only think we'd buy a left-sided centre back if Matip left.
People ain't gonna like what I'm about to say, you know. You see Matip last season. I've kept it to myself for a while. I didn't like what I saw from Matip last season, you know.
None of us did.
No. But you know when it's one of them things where like you think to yourself, am I deep in this too much? Like Matip for me looks like this is a big take, what I'm about to say. I don't know if he can still play at the elite level that he used to at 18.
Cut you. For everyone who's been getting at me, certain man recorded me the other day with some juice in my car. You see this? Uncle Albert, if you're watching, water, done. Yeah?
I'm gonna be
certain
honest.
Certain man out here moving like Maury on camera steroids, bro. But cool, go through, Matt. Go through.
I don't know whether Matip's not the same guy from 18, 19, 19, 20. Dare I say quad chasing season. I think Matip is a guy who you manage for a season and you kind of like you play him when he's fit and hope like he can still do his team, but I don't think he can do it like all season. I'm worried for Matip, you know. I'll be honest. I think, remember, there was a couple of seasons ago when we said maybe just for him, because you can, like, you see, last season, there was a game where I was just like, oh, Matip can't do the high line thing like how I used to, you know. He can't do it anymore. And remember when we kept on saying,
is
like,
that a little disingenuous?
Did
he just have a bad season?
No, let him land.
It's not. It's more looking at the player and going, that quad season that we were chasing, Matip gave it everything, bro. He was elite that season.
Yeah, but he was our best defender, probably.
No. So was Fabinho, and then he got the injury. It's not even. I'm not discrediting the players, bro. What it is that when you play a certain amount of games year after year after year, that was Matip's best season, if I'm not mistaken, for appearances, yeah, which is also an anomaly. I think Matip can play a bit part, but if we're asking Matip to kind of like, dare I say it, like, play a lot of games that say like Ibu's injured and you put Matip there. Let's say, I don't want to say it, but let's say Matip, let's say Ibu or Virgil's out for a long period of time. I pray they're not. I'll be a bit worried that Matip would have to like stay fit and play at the high level and play the way how we're playing. It's not him, bro. It's just more about what we ask from our defenders. Like, bro, we ask a lot from Ibu and Virgil, you know. Playing this high line, we transition to the free. We do one-on-one defending a lot. We don't really play in zones when we defend. It's more like if your guy's there, you gotta go and get him. Basically, that's the one thing I will say. It's a little bit like
it's his fitness I was worried about. I don't worry about him as his ability and his talent and all that. Like I think he just had a bad season. The whole club had a bad season.
What do you think the legs are starting to wane?
I think the injuries with Matip have always been an issue though. We were worried about Matip going into the quad season, and as you said, it was a bit of an anomaly. That it was amazing he stayed fit for the majority of the season. That is a bit of an anomaly. Like Matip does get injured quite a lot. So it's more the injuries that would worry me about Matip, not the ability. I haven't got a problem with Matip's ability. I think he just had a bad season. And towards the end of the season, he threw up a really brilliant performance as well. I can't remember what game it was. Cal's got the memory, but towards the end of the season, he had like a really good game when he had to come in for a game. I can't remember what game it was. So I think the ability's still there. It's just the availability. And it's always kind of been that worry with Matip. So I think it probably is best to move him on based on availability.
Last question I ask for you guys in this section before we move on to the next part. If you had to choose between a right back and a left-footed centre-back, which one would you choose?
Does it matter what player I'm getting for that position or just what position I think is better?
Let's say it's either Pavard or Kyle Walker-Peters for right back or Andanasio or Van der Ven for centre-back.
Then I want a centre-back.
So who's the right back then? Just quickly, Jeff, if you're doing
Either Pavard or Kyle Walker-Peters.
No, just saying because just saying choosing the centre back. So I'm asking you who would be the right back going forward for the season.
Oh, you mean if we did? Oh, Trent.
No, so say you get your
Trent.
She want Trent in right back.
I'm completely fine with keeping Trent at right back.
All right, wait, Matt. I've got the next question then.
Especially we got Inacio. When he does the inverted thing, we're fine. What, Inacio, Virgil, and Ibu?
Wait. We do the inverted. A lot of toll is put onto Konate's body.
This is what I'm saying.
If Konate gets injured,
we're in the mud.
What happens then?
Joe Gomez.
Who are you asking me, Cal?
Joe Gomez.
Who else am I asking, G?
I don't know. I don't know who you're pointing the gun at, bro.
Let's make it abundantly clear.
Drifty.
Joe Gomez. Joe Gomez.
I said it. Yes, I said it yesterday on Twitter Spaces. For a few games here or there, is it the worst thing in the world to move Virgil over to the right side centre back? Is it the worst thing in the world?
We don't need him there though.
Or you just don't play inverted while Ibu's not available, and you just be conventional because you don't have the personnel to be inverted.
So we go back to...
Yeah, because if we bring in a midfielder, 4-3-3 will be a brilliant formation for us this season. If we brought in Szoboszlai and Kefram, and we obviously have Thiago and
that's
Jones,
a lot of ifs though, bro. That's not absolutes.
No. But obviously, like I'm hoping we are going to bring in 2 more midfielders.
But that's hope. That's not.
Yeah, of course. But you get my point. If we've got Szoboszlai, Kefram, and McAllister in midfield, then 4-3-3, we're fine. Like we're absolutely fine. Like there's no problem. Do you get what I mean? And then we just go a flat back 4.
I don't want to say. I don't want to.
Let's not dwell. Let's go on to the next topic.
Matt never answered though. I want to know what Matt's got away.
Oh, what was you saying? What was your answer?
Yeah, I will go.
Matt thinks he's slick. He tried to get away.
I'm slick. No. Bro, I was gonna answer the question. So centre back or right back? I will go. I'll go get a Pavard.
Fair dude.
And I'm cheating because I'm choosing Pavard specifically because Pavard can play centre back. If it's a Walker-Peters, then we're in trouble because you can't do the.
How good of a centre back do you think Pavard is?
I think he could. You know what it is? I think Pavard. I think he's better at centre back.
Yeah, so do I.
Yes, yeah. Better
Funny thing is, the scary thing is though, any live game I've seen him play centre back, he's been cooked. That's the only thing.
Really?
That, like, played against though.
Yeah, you know, like it was Champions League.
When was the last time we played?
It was Champions League.
Centre back.
I can't remember who there was 2 teams. Who did?
I think he's better at centre back than right back though.
Playing next to Upamecano.
I just think because he can play.
No, he was playing instead of Upamecano. Upamecano was injured, I think, and Pavard was playing. Yeah, I'm sure. Who was it? And I remember he got cooked a bit, and I was like, "What's Pavard? Like, is he even really?"
That's a good shout. Hey, man said Timber. He's another one as well, you know. Timber could do the thing as well.
I don't know as much about Timber as other people do, so I don't know.
Timber, no, he's good, bro. Timber's good. He goes into that kind of, in my opinion, Pavard category, but he's got a higher ceiling. Here's how I'm looking at it, though, Drew. It's like what you taking your gamble on. If we go for that centre back, like you said, Drew, we're asking for Trent not to get fed up. Big up, Stroh. We're asking for Trent not to get fed up of playing right back. Because it's not like he can't play it, Jim. It's more about, does he have the application? Because I'll be honest, when we saw him at right back, he was a bit like, I can't be bothered. Because when he went to centre mid, I'll be honest, Drift, he's a bit more like, this is me.
Yeah. But if we get a proper midfield, he'd be allowed to be old school right back Trent rather than defending.
But that right
midfielder,
and has to be disciplined, and that's if you get
I think someone like Kelleher or McAllister is definitely disciplined enough.
They're not watching out for Trent like that. No.
They'll fit into the system, guys. No. They're not just going to come in and do what they want. They've got to do what Klopp asks of them.
But no.
That's what their role is in the team.
Their profile of player isn't that though. Their profile. McAllister's not the guy to fill in.
McAllister can do that. I've seen him do it at Brighton.
No, but McAllister, Saicedo. So Saicedo, in my opinion, this is where they differ. McAllister is more. He is a jack of all trades. But see, defensive now, he can do it, but not on the same level as Saicedo. Saicedo is the one.
Of course.
Yeah. But then even if you got
covering briefly for 5-10 seconds while Trent's made a
but
run
it wouldn't be
forward. We're not talking about
Trent lives and breathes midfield. He ain't 5-10 seconds. That's
I'm talking.
That's not a lot of time, bro.
I'm just talking about occasionally letting him off the leash, not just constantly all the time,
bro.
But occasionally just letting him off the leash.
All right. I've got one for you, man. You man on the sugar thing.
On the leash, is that a problem?
You man on the sugar thing, yeah. Trent last season at the tape, he went Cinnabon, yeah, and got the stuff. Can't go back now. Then someone's gonna say to him, yeah, by the way, it's done, isn't it? You can't get that no more.
What, man's putting him on rice cakes now?
You know, Trent's gonna be like, well, if that's the case, then I can't play, innit? I can't play, bro. Trent wants to be in midfield. We have to keep it a buck.
Yeah,
and if it's not starting, it's a transition.
So what? If we buy Pavard, Matt, because I know what Cal thinks, because we spoke about it yesterday. We buy Pavard. Yeah. Would you actually make Trent a permanent midfielder? Like, it wouldn't be inverted. It would literally be he is a midfielder.
I'm saying this right now, and I said it towards the end of last season. Trent Alexander-Arnold, in my opinion, looks like he's fed up of doing right back. Honestly, he does, bro. I don't know whether
you're making him a full-time central midfielder.
I think he has to. If it's not that, bro, we do the transition thing 8 out of 10 times. So only twice, you know what I mean, that he's got to do the right back. But you can see in his body language, he doesn't want to defend anymore.
I'll go one step further.
Yeah.
Even if we don't sign a right back, I want to see Trent centre midfield next season. How about that?
He's the guy.
So who plays right back then, Cal?
You know what I'm going to say, and I don't want to say it, so don't make me say it.
Joey.
What? Joe Spice.
Who else we got?
No, don't do that, Matt. Don't do that, Matt. Don't do that. That's Livy. Don't do that.
I'm joking. You know what? Joey G probably goes to the show. Big up Joe. We met Joe as well.
Who else have we got?
That's what it's love, but brother.
Whoa. I don't have an issue with Joey playing right back.
I don't want to hinder our best player potentially because of a system. Sorry. A system's meant to be there to get the best out of your best players.
Cal, quick question. What happened with Kimmich?
He turned into a world beater in midfield.
Drift, what happened with Kimmich?
What happened with Lahm?
Yeah, they became top quality.
And I'm not trying to say Trent is their man because he's Trent. However,
I will say,
yeah, go on.
Those two were excellent defenders and then got positionally changed because Trent isn't an excellent defender.
I agree. No, I agree.
You know, but my whole DM might be still a little bit of wow, Trent, what are you doing in there?
I'm not playing DM.
But it's more about the hope. It's more about I've got something to.
You know why I'm playing Trent. If we're playing 4-3-3, right?
We got Tarmisi, Zanetti. That's another one.
No, Zanetti's an anomaly. He was just literally just elite, bro. He was an absolute.
Trent is an anomaly.
No, I mean Zanetti was like defensively and attacking wise, just an anomaly, Cal. Like he could just do everything.
But Trent is an anomaly in what he is.
Yeah, he's on the ball ability.
Why are we putting him on a leash?
So what? You're playing right-sided central midfielder in a 4-3-3.
Hold him back, bro.
Yes, bro.
Okay.
You play a system is there to get the best out of your best players. That's what a system is.
Well, then you know what this means. Then this means that we don't buy Kelleher, we buy Szoboszlai, and we get Pavard because, like, Trent's in midfield and McAllister's already in midfield. Then that means that you lot don't like the idea. You lot don't like the idea. No, but you lot don't like the idea of Kelleher at DM. So if you're going to be playing Trent as a right-sided central midfielder, McAllister will be playing left side, I'm guessing, and Szoboszlai would be a rotation in.
Carl, let me take this.
Well, how would it work? How would it
You-
work? It would mean that we'd have to buy a DM, and it
Because
means that
you
Kefram
said-
wouldn't be coming in.
Because you said you still believe in Fabinho, so would you not be happy with that? You said that you
Well,
want...
even if it's Flacco, it still means that we won't be buying Kefram then.
No. You just said no.
Or
What?
Szoboszlai, like because it would mean like you've got 3 spaces in midfield for 4-3-3, and if Trent is playing right-sided 8, then the left-sided 8 would either be Szoboszlai or McAllister. Then you got to have your DM. So
Where
would
is Szoboszlai?
Kefram
Why is
fit in?
Szoboszlai in the mix all of a sudden? I don't understand.
Well, they're the players that we've been linked with. We've
He's
been
not
linked
coming to
with
Liverpool. I hate to
Kefram.
break it to everybody. He's not going to Liverpool.
All right, let's say.
I think he's got Newcastle. That's if there's. I'm just
Yo,
saying.
Matt. Cheers,
I'm
Matt.
just saying, innit?
Bro.
I'm
Raw.
just
All right.
saying. I just don't.
If that's the-
but like, I'm his number, bro. I want Szoboszlai, but I just don't.
Man
I just
just
don't
turned
think
up at the wedding and kicked the wedding cake off the table.
No, but
for
we
no
gotta stop
reason, bro.
doing the. I love the
Can't be
idea.
happy around Matt, bro.
Bro, I love the idea of Szoboszlai. I do. I want Szoboszlai. But
Whichever way you're looking at it, then Matt.
I just
Even
don't
if
think
you
it's
stop
happening.
Kefram with Szoboszlai, it means that one of those two wouldn't happen because it wouldn't make logical sense because neither of them are going to come Liverpool to hold bench.
One
Right?
sec, guys. If you had to choose out the two, who would you choose out of Kefren and Szoboszlai?
Kefram.
Kefren.
I'm by
I said
myself,
Kefren.
bro.
I said Kefren.
I'm Szoboszlai.
Szoboszlai is a 10/attacking mid. I wouldn't say he's an 8. He's not. If you go look at his career,
Look at his
Look at his
numbers and
career.
look at how he plays, bro. He plays
No,
as an 8/10.
bro.
He does what Odegaard effectively does.
Bro, for Salzburg and Leipzig, they were playing the 4-2-2 when he started playing. He's played the left mid and he's played like in a 10 role when they kind of played like one behind the striker. You know, I think he's got the traits to play the 8. I think he can because I think he's a goal scoring mid. But you'd have to learn tactical nous more so than ever in the Premier League. But he's a goal scoring midfielder. Kefren Tram for me. It's already an 8 that can do everything. It's just not a goal scoring midfielder. If you're asking what's best for Liverpool, if you're gonna got a McAllister who can do it all, and you got a Kefran who, in my opinion, I've said this already, has the traits of a world beater. I personally would go Kefran. However, I'm not gonna cry at Szoboszlai because I think he's amazing. I just think for Liverpool, for what we do, and I know how Klopp's gonna utilize, we need an 8 more than a 10. Because I know what Klopp's like, bro. Look what Klopp's done to flipping Fabio Carvalho, bro. Man was a 10 and said you can do the 8 and just destroyed his Liverpool career. Let's keep it a buck. And I know some of it is him as well. We don't play with a 10. So I'm only going by what I think Klopp's
Plus,
do.
Mac 10 can play in the number 10 position as well.
He
So,
can.
like
It's just
Szoboszlai,
different. It's not a
not
goal
like
scorer.
Szoboszlai.
But he's a more of a
Dark out.
link man. He's a link man. He's not a goal
He can
scorer.
do it very well, though.
They're two
He
different.
can do it
So
very
is a
well.
goal scorer. McAllister is a link.
So
Is a link
Szoboszlai is
man.
also a better creator than McAllister as well.
He's not a better link man.
I'd argue
He's
he's
got
But-
better overall output in terms of goals, but not a better.
This is not saying he's a better player than McAllister, but as a 10, I think
No, but remember, a 10 in our
Szoboszlai's
system
clear as a 10.
wouldn't be an orthodox 10. So it's good to have a 10 who is an 8 as well, which is what McAllister is, because it'll be a bit more natural for him to make the transitions.
I think
That's why
McAllister-
Carvalho struggles
I think-
in our team, I reckon,
I think
because he's not
McAllister's more
really
of
an 8.
than a 10.
No, but
In the
no,
same
he
way,
is
he's
more
more
of
of
a
an 8 than
no,
a
but
6.
Yeah. But
No,
he
but
can
who
do
would-
both well, though.
who would have to adapt more if they came to Liverpool? Kefren Tram or Szoboszlai?
In theory, probably Szoboszlai. Well,
This is
depending on Klopp's tactics.
But
as things stand right now,
yeah,
Szoboszlai,
and that's my
100%.
argument. I can only go by history. If I thought Liverpool were gonna say to Szoboszlai, be the goal scoring 10, do your thing, then bro, I would probably say Szoboszlai. But I know what Klopp does. What we do, we buy the 10 and convert the 8, and then we think, it could be Coutinho all over again. All them things there.
We'd
Like,
probably
allow
see
it.
Szoboszlai doing like one of the wing positions or
It's
something.
so jarring, bro.
I drift. That leads me nicely
So
on.
jarring.
Mo Salah is going to be going to the AFCON. We face this every single time. Usually we face it with Salah and Mane. Unfortunately, Mane's not here anymore, so it is just Salah now. And Naby's obviously moved on as well.
Oh yeah, we've only got one African player now, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, one African player represents an African nation. Yeah.
Are you guys worried about AFCON and Salah going? And when he does go, who should be his replacement on that side?
Szoboszlai. Because we should be getting Kefram and Szoboszlai.
Right wing. There's no one in our squad.
Do you know how beautiful it would be to have a player of that ability doing up right wing and not to be shady on him? Elliot.
He's not.
Szoboszlai can comfortably play wing. He's not a winger, but if he's just doing a cover, Matt,
he's more comfortable than the other option.
He can comfortably do wing.
Yeah, he can do.
You get what I'm saying? So it's good to have a player who's good at playing in the.
Do you know what it is though with Szoboszlai? All right, here's the killer now. His playing style. Yeah, remember me watching this man from 2-3 years ago. When he was at Salzburg, his playing style is cut inside onto my strongest foot. Let me see what I go. The way how Liverpool want you to play is very different to that. So you'd have to probably shift him to the left, and then put
Szoboszlai. You saying?
Yeah, and then put someone else to the right. Like I'll be honest. We will be frustrated with Szoboszlai on the right wing if Klopp asked him to do right wing how we normally would.
No, but can't he do it differently?
You know why? Because if he was left-footed, then I'd be like, you know what, he could do a Harvey thing because Harvey's not really a right winger. Harvey's just a 10 playing right wing, innit? But he can't do because Szoboszlai he's more of a let me see what I can do. He's more about production, innit? Let me see if I can shoot. Let me see if I can assist. Szoboszlai on that right-hand side, bro, he would probably frustrate us because he'll go into his weaker side and it sounds weird. The pattern of play wouldn't be as fluid, whereas if he was on the left-hand side. Trust me, I know what this guy's about.
Yeah, but bro, he can do a kind of more conventional wing. And we've got Jota.
Here's the easiest way for me
Nunez
to say it.
Waiting for crosses. And
would you put Carvalho? I know they're different players, but would you put Carvalho on the right side of a right? Like you put him more on the left than the right.
But
you know what I'm trying
to say?
Szoboszlai's played there quite a few times, both for current club and previous club.
It's totally different, bro.
It depends. Do you know? All right. So the true question is, if we utilize him correctly, he could do a job. But my worry always is like, are we going to utilize the player correctly? And we've seen over years.
Remember, this is backup though, bro. This is just a utility player. This isn't him doing it on a regular basis. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So let's look at the players that we currently have because it doesn't seem like we're going to get a right winger, which for me I think is very neglectful. But Rome wasn't built in a day. Who that is currently at the club is best suited to playing that position when Salah goes to AFCON?
Diaz.
I think he's the least suited.
No, Jeff might have a point still, or maybe Jota. One of them two.
Jota or Diaz, bro.
Of our current squad, because one thing we've got to stop doing is talking about players that we haven't signed yet. So let's just say, going on the basis of what we have, it's either just right. Is either Diaz or Jota. One of them two. We have to keep it above.
I actually think
on the right hand side.
Jota.
You think so?
I don't think Elliot is rubbish
on the right. Is not.
I forgot about Harvey.
I'll be honest.
But he's still got trickery, Cal, which means that he's a winger. You've got to kind of like pay attention.
Different, no drift. You see, if Salah played left wing, Salah would struggle.
Oh yeah, what about someone said Cody?
What we got to remember is I think we do get quite caught up in this modern day way of playing where like we think you can't be old school in that way. Like 20 years ago, you played on the right when you were right-footed and you took your man on and you were creative. No, but so with Diaz is doing right wing, he's not going to be able to come inside and have that creative kind of like, you know, where he can shoot and he can do all of that. But he can take his man to the byline and have a pullback or a cutback or cross it in or do that. It doesn't have to be come inside like this inverted new way of playing. It can be an old school way of playing. And he ain't no slouch on his left foot. Like Diaz has got a decent left foot. It's not like his left foot is horrible. So like, it's not the ideal situation, but he's the best player. So like, sometimes
Jota would be the best suited for that side.
I don't mind Jota playing there.
But I want to see Jota playing through the middle.
But we've got Nunez who could play through the middle while AFCON's on if Jota has to play wide right. So it's not the worst thing in the world anyway.
You just spoke about Nunez, and I don't even want to spend long on this. Gakpo came out recently, was speaking about the fact that he's now a false number 9 effectively because I think he said Hiddink was the first person that brought it to his attention. And when he signed for Liverpool, I think Klopp made it quite clear that's what he saw for him. If you've got Jota and Gakpo there, what is the situation for Nunez? And I'm not like, this is a serious question. Like,
One, how and when does he get minutes? How does he get any regularity? And will he even be a part of the system?
It's how you've always wanted it. Options.
No, but
if you earn the right to play, you play. If you have a good game, you play. The next game, if you have a bad game, we've got somebody to come in.
This is what I want. That's not how we roll at Liverpool under Klopp. Let's just be real. It's not.
Well, technically, the only time we've ever had a rotational situation was when we had all midfielders in their peak, and Klopp did vary who played and how we played. If he trusts all the forwards, then he might possibly do the same thing with the forwards.
Not often.
Well, you earn your right to play. So if you have like 2 bad games, like say Gakpo has 2 bad games, it'd be like, you know what, boom.
There's 2 people in front of him. That's my point.
Not necessarily. Like I said, horses for courses. Who are we playing? What's the game? Do we have a League Cup or a FA Cup, or was there a Europa League game? Who played in that game? Like horses for courses. It's options.
How does he build any momentum, no drift? Because for me, Nunez isn't a player you just throw in once every 3 games and expect great performance.
I don't think Gakpo's that type of player either. So I don't know.
It's easier to do that as a false 9 as opposed to a conventional 9, in my opinion.
No, I mean, that's the type of player that he is. I think Gakpo's a momentum player. I don't think you could bring him out for 5 games, bring him in, and it would just be great straight away. I think he's a momentum player as well. So that means we've got a few players that's like they've got to be playing regularly.
Nunez as well.
The best at.
But for me, Nunez is the one that really needs momentum right now. He's the one that needs a run of games. If he doesn't get that run of games, what damage is that going to do to him? Where does he fit in? If we've effectively got Gakpo saying he's a false 9 now, Jota being a striker, what's going to happen with Nunez?
Bro, this is just options, bro. This is what we've always wanted. Like, it's just
if you're missing.
Can I give my answer? Can I give my answer?
You're missing the point of what I'm not unhappy with the options we have, Drift. I'm just being real about the situation. We've seen this happen with Origi.
No, he's not going to end up just getting like 2 minutes here, 2 minutes there. It won't be like that.
But I'm also saying, is he going to get a run of games?
All right, this is what I think. Darwin Nunez, he's under pressure because he didn't have the worst season, but he had the great season. It's like an indifferent season, yeah. So he's now got when he signed for Liverpool, he didn't have a Gakpo there. That's kind of changed Liverpool's thinking. It would look like, because it looked like Liverpool, the way how Klopp and Linders want us to play, they want a conductor, and he's not a conductor, he's a finisher, right? So the way I'm looking at it is like this. Gakpo understands the system a bit better. Maybe that's why I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe to settle better. And the way how he wants Liverpool to play suit him better than Nunez. Now, it's not the end for Nunez. Just got a point, because it's like it's having options. That's what Liverpool need. However, I get what you're trying to allude to. You're basically trying to say, like, is time kind of running out on Darwin Nunez? It is a little bit.
No, I'm not saying.
Well, not even that. Here's what I'm gonna say.
I'm sorry to cut you. I just want to be clear. I'm asking, is Darwin Nunez going to get a fair chance to prove that he's that guy?
No. He'll get a fair chance. I just think if he doesn't take that chance, he'll be in problems, because his best position, in my opinion, is a striker. I know we can play left wing, but he's a striker, because Diaz, in my opinion, is the best left winger we have at the club. And I'd even say maybe even Jota might be second, in my opinion, as the second best left winger, because Jota's movement off the ball is crazy, just like Nunez. But I just think Jota experience and more settled is better suited to that role. I'm not diminishing Darwin. However, the opportunity is there for Darwin. I think he'll get his chances, Cal. But he has to take those chances. If he doesn't take those chances next season, I think, in my opinion, he could be in a bit of bother, because you're looking at a Cody Gakpo who will be more settled. You're looking at a Diaz who probably, and I think, will start the season like a house on fire. And we're talking about the 2 positions that he's best playing, and that's left wing or striker. And those are the 2 people he's up against. And I haven't even mentioned Jota yet either, because Jota is another one. So I think when he signed for Liverpool, he didn't envision a Gakpo doing what he's doing, because Gakpo's added to the mix. If Gakpo went at Liverpool, I think Nunez is actually calm, because left wing or striker, he just goes, I'm gonna do my thing, and if I can't do my thing, if there's an injury, I'm playing. But because Gakpo started so well, I think it causes problems for Nunez. That's just my opinion.
Horses for courses, man. Whoever we're playing, what the opposition is, options. Remember, the one thing we used to really hate about when we were at our best was that we didn't really have cover. So we always used to know Mane, Salah, and Bobby was the most elite front three in the Premier League. But there was no cover. We were always a bit like, until we bought Jota, it was like, oh shit, what do we do if somebody gets injured though? And now we've got problems with who's going to play. Let's not see it as a problem. It's a good thing. You know what I mean? Like, whoever plays Europa League on a Thursday, play Nunez in the Europa League. If he has a brilliant game, maybe you play him at the weekend. If he doesn't have a good game, bring Jota back in. Like, it's options, isn't it? Like, it's you lot might not like me saying this because I think Jota is the best finisher at the club. I'd probably say Cody might be coming into the conversation of like he's one of our best finishers as well now. But a lot of people believe that Jota's our best finisher. But I also kind of believe, even though he's our best finisher, he's our most impactful substitute. So it might sound stupid to say your best finisher should be on the bench, but would it not be better to have the player who can change things more on the bench? And Nunez is the forward that starts, and then you've got Jota that comes off the bench and makes a difference. I think it's better to have the person coming off the bench.
But how long will he put up with that though? That's because my only worry is no. But Nunez. See, Drift. I'm on board with what you're saying. By the way, I worry about the player because the player's thinking, I'm only kind of settling now. My second season, I've been talking about it. This is where I really want to hit the ground running. I'm worried a little bit like if he doesn't get the same amount of chances that he had maybe this season, and I had a couple of injuries, I worry because I do feel like Nunez is a player, in my opinion. I still think we see the best of Darwin Nunez if he plays every game. I know he won't play every game, but you know what I mean. He play majority of games because he's a striker, bro. And you know you've played that position, innit? The striker. When you play that role and you know you're gonna start, you can relax. You know what happened with Darwin Nunez, bro, which is so crazy. He started the season, everything was 100 miles an hour. Then he slowed down, and we were like, okay, this is what we're talking about. Darwin, this is the Darwin. Then he got injured, he came back, and he went back to the Darwin who thought he wasn't going to play next game, and everything just looked 100 miles an hour again. And I feel like he needs a run of games. Like,
no, I agree with you. I think he's.
But will he get that with Jota, Gakpo, Diaz, Salah? That's my worry.
What I think the key ingredient that we're missing from all of this conversation, though, is regardless of whether I agree or not, he's a rhythm player. We were crap generally. Like Liverpool were just crap. So he probably also felt pressure that he's got to score because we're so bad. It's like, I've got to score because we're not going to win the game, and then it's going to make it look worse. If we get in the players we're supposed to get, we bring in the midfield, and we get back to being who we are, winning teams don't have people being upset they're not playing. They don't. Man City's got Mahrez and Foden, ballers on their bench. They're not moaning because the team's winning. I don't think Nunez or Jota or whoever's moaning if we're winning games and we're playing well.
But that's because they get a good amount of minutes as well, don't you?
No, but Nunez will play, bro. Trust me, everybody.
But do you know my worries? Do you know my worries?
Everybody will play. We've got a lot of competitions. We've got a lot of games.
Yeah.
Europa League has a potential. I think Europa League is potentially 17 or 18 games if you get to the final.
But it's not about the player.
There's plenty games. There's plenty games.
Do you know what it is, though? We have to think of it like this. Darwin Nunez for 64 million did not come to Liverpool to sit on the bench. I know he knows about rotation 100 because you can get rotated and still be first team, but you know you're kind of the guy. My worry for him is, as Liverpool fans, like Darwin Nunez, I think, like, see starting 11 or front three, shall I say? You kind of go Salah, Diaz, and then Jota in it, or Gakpo. I would go Jota.
I actually probably start Gakpo.
Would you? I would go Jota personally. For me, I would go Jota.
I think Gakpo's gonna light up the league this year.
But here's the thing now. Let's say you swap out Jota and you put in Gakpo. Nunez is then become third choice striker.
This is what I'm trying to say. I think everyone thinks that I want Nunez to be sold.
That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm genuinely worried for what happens with Nunez.
I'm happy to have him, but will he want to stay? And you see what we're saying, Jeff? Because we're thinking about his
development. I'm not even thinking about next summer, man. I'm thinking about his actual development as a striker. He needs to be playing games. Not just that. Does the system help Nunez to thrive as well? That's another thing as well.
Yeah, you have because you change it up a little bit when he plays. You don't.
But we haven't done that. We haven't changed up. All we've done is just go long towards him.
Yeah, but again, it was because we were poor cow. We didn't have a proper midfield. Like, it's been a real shit season. We get a McAllister back in there, a Kelleher, a Szoboszlai, and we start playing the ball and we got proper ballers in there. All of a sudden, them little slip balls down the side, them through balls, them little 1-2s, the transitions, he's running off the last man, all that stuff, bro, it'll be so much better. We've just got to make sure we fix the midfield. If we fix the midfield, all our forwards bang next season. I think every single Liverpool forward gets double figures. Easy if we fix the midfield. Honestly, all of them. Diaz, Jota, Gakpo, Nunez, Salah, they all get double figures. Easy if we fix the midfield. Because we just rotate those guys depending on your position, Europa League, FA Cup, League Cup. And if we progress, guys, and we want to do in the domestic cups, and we've got about 7 FA Cup games, we've got good 6-7 League Cup games. It's just more game time for these guys. Do you get what I'm saying? So they don't feel like, if we go out the first round of the cups and all that, that's going to be like, oh, fuck's sake, there's no more games for these guys to play. But if we make sure we do well, and we put teams out and we win those games, it's games for everybody. You know what I mean? So I think they'll be all right as long as we fix the midfield. As long as we fix the midfield, I think all our forwards will bang.
One last question. Is there more chance of Nunez playing more left wing than centre forward next season?
Possibly. Depending on Diaz's form and fitness. Possibly.
Does that help or hinder? 50-50. So I've got the hiccups. Does it help or hinder Liverpool and Nunez? Be honest with your answer, guys.
No, I'm being honest. Here's the thing. If you've got a proper midfield who are doing a lot of slip passes, a lot of through balls, a lot of cheeky, intelligent passing, like a Szoboszlai or a McAllister is capable of doing, I think Nunez on the left wing's not the worst thing in the world, and here's why. I know he doesn't have that trickery and that ability like Salah and Diaz do to be able to take people on and all that, but he is a superb off the last man runner. His movement is brilliant. I think a lot of people are disingenuous when they talk about Nunez overall because they just think, oh, the touch and he's missed some chances. Go look at his movement. If you've got intelligent midfielders who can find the forwards, his movement is an asset. His pace and his movement. And he will be coming off of that left wing into central positions to get goal-scoring opportunities. It won't be like Diaz, give him the ball and let him make something. It will be, you're not involved till it's the last touch. You just keep making your movement, selling defenders. They don't know what's going on. Get a McAllister or whoever on the ball and then let them play that final pass. Bang, Thiago, whatever, he's in on goal. That's how we utilize Nunez if he's on the left. We don't pass him the ball and say, go take people on. He's not good at that. That's not what he does. You do that if you've got Diaz playing. You get what I mean? So you've just got to be intelligent enough, and I hope the coaching, Pep, Klopp, all of that, they must know all this. They're better. They're more intelligent than I am. You just play differently when you're playing. A little bit like Jota. Let's be honest, when Jota's on the left wing, he's not beating players and taking people on. He's making brilliant runs. We're playing a bit different, and he's getting more central, and he's finishing. On the left wing, he's not like creating and taking people on and doing all that stuff. It's more his movement.
He picks and chooses. Jota, in my opinion, is a more complete player, but that's only because through experience.
He is a more complete player. Yeah. I agree with that.
But Nunez ceiling, the thing is, Nunez ceiling is so high. My only worry for Nunez, is he going to get the chances to kind of like propel him to that next level that I think he can reach, innit? That's my only worry. Because remember, from when we first signed him, Jiff, all I kept on saying is, you thought taking a dig. I was like, oh, he's a project player because the potential's there. But he needs to like learn his trade and then see where he goes. And I think if Liverpool give him the chances that he needs, then it can work. How we utilize him is going to be very interesting because I don't know. We don't know who's running this team right now, whether it's Klopp or Pep or whatever. But it seems like they've fallen in love with Gakpo in the centre forward thing, being this conductor. Like, and it makes me think like, as much as I rate Gakpo, because I think Gakpo's done very well, it can't just always be false 19, letting conduct in it. It has to be a Nunez down the middle. We're playing against a team who we think potentially possession-wise, or let's just say Man City, because they're probably doing, or maybe not.
Depends on your position, Matt, right? If you've got a team that's going to sit in deep,
but that's how we feel about it. But we know how our club can move a bit mad, though.
Now, Klopp will start. I mean, he kind of did it a little bit this season to a degree when he started to be a bit more flexible.
Because I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, I just worry what it is, and I think this is where I just worry that sometimes, like, Klopp can, like, because all of us sit here and say the squad for forward line don't change anything. When we're nice, we're good. But what would really frustrate me is if like, I don't know, forward line was really good, but we realized like Nunez ain't really playing, and then we find out next season or the season after he's going to leave because he's not really playing. Like, utilize the team, don't just play. That's my worry. You know, Klopp does the thing. You know what I'm saying? So
plus, we got to remember he's 23 and he's got 4 years left on his deal. He's still young. Like, it's not like the biggest worry in the world about like, he's got to develop and play. And then Jota, we got to remember as well. I pray I'm wrong. Jota always misses 3 months of the season.
Yeah.
I pray I'm wrong, but Jota always misses 3 months of a season. Cal, I think he's literally missed 3 months of every season since we bought him.
Yeah, yes.
So, you know what I mean? So there's going to be a period going on history where Jota's not even available. God's willing, that's not even the case, but there's a massive possibility that is the case. And then that's where Nunez can get his opportunity, even if he's, do you know what I mean? If he's not up to that point. But I think we'll be all right. Man.
One word answer here. Would you start to manage Salah's minutes this season?
Yes. He is a 31-year-old now, and we've rinsed the shit out of him for 5 years. 100%. You know, bro, that kind of takes me nicely onto the Szoboszlai talk, because I know Matt's not really keen on him, but you and me are of the same understanding. So, based on the same metric I did the other day for Kefram, look at Szoboszlai. Now, this is across his career. This isn't just based on this season, right? If I zoom in, the advert's getting away, so apologies if people can't see it properly. Look how versatile he is of a player, Cal. I didn't even realize he was this versatile myself.
I know my stuff when it comes to scouting players still.
So for Leipzig over his whole career, he's played central midfield 59 times. He's played left midfield, 33 times. So that must be in the 4-3-3, I guess. They don't mean left midfield like a Ryan Giggs. They must mean like as an 8. He's played left wing 26 times. I mean, he's even been a centre forward once. I mean, that's crazy. He's been an attacking midfielder 37 times. He's been a right midfielder 13 times, and he's been a right winger 27 times. Bro, Szoboszlai doesn't really have a main position other than centre midfielder. We're going on numbers. He kind of literally plays all the different roles to the same amount of numbers. He is an absolute gem, Klopp, diamond, perfect buy, bruv. What are we waiting for here, bruv? What are we waiting for, bruv? This guy can literally play he's James Milner's replacement, bruv. No, I mean in terms of his versatility.
So
I'm talking about his versatility. And let's not be shady about our absolute legend, James Milner, by the way.
No, he's a legend. They're different. They're different.
They're not the same at all. They're completely different.
No, but the point I'm making is that's crazy. He's actually played to a similar amount of number all of the attacking positions. So this is an absolute no-brainer, right? That means he can cover Mo. That means he can cover midfield. That means he can cover the wing, either wing. That he can play the 8, either side 8 as well. Either side 8 because he's played right 8 13 times. He's played left 8 33. Like, he can literally do everything.
No, but here's the thing. Szoboszlai, again, bro, like, remember, like, man's been saying Szoboszlai for 2-3 years now. Shout out to the members. You know what I'm saying? He's an amazing player, bro. Do you know the problem, though? The problem is that even though we've been linked to him, we ain't really been linked to him. That's why, like, I don't want to, like, what you're saying, I kind of just want to do you know what I'm saying? Jump on because I'm on the train.
It's kind of a credible source, though, that did link us.
Yeah,
with him,
bro, bro.
I'm not acting like it's going to happen, Matt. I'm just saying we are in talks and we've got a guy now for our deal.
Cal, who
knows about the German market.
I know you're talking about. Cal, what did I say in the members video about Szoboszlai when I first brought him up? Can you remember what the phrase I said?
I think
he could be our
KDB.
Thank you. That's how highly I rate him from 2 years ago.
I think Szoboszlai, Kefram, McAllister makes perfect sense as the three. It makes absolute perfect
I need
sense.
To see more Liverpool.
I hate to say it, though, guys.
Being like, no, we're about it.
I agree with you, Matt.
If we get those 3, I'll be over the moon. Who plays as the DM?
Out of who?
I'm saying if we get
Flacco,
those three
bro.
midfielders, we're over the moon. But who plays as a DM?
Kefram or Flacco?
No, not Kefren.
Big up Marque.
Oh,
If you're
Kefren
looking
can
at
play
playing
DM.
Kefren DM, then you might as well go and get Kone instead of Kefren.
He's more of a no. All right, so here's the thing.
No, but
This
remember when we looked the other day, Cal? Kefram's
Alright.
actually played defensive midfield more than Kone.
He's
has.
not a defensive midfielder.
In a
He's
pivot.
not. Yeah. All right. So here's the thing. Now, this is what I'm gonna say. This is where we can kind of maybe get away with it a little bit. If we was to sign those three players, not all three are gonna hit the ground running at the same time. It very rarely happens. You will never really see a team sign three players and start all three. It doesn't work like that.
Yeah,
So,
that's
Cal,
true.
to your question, that's not going to happen. In my opinion, what will happen is one will start, one will be better than the other one will take even more time. So, therefore, the answer to your question, it'll be probably more like a Fabinho or Henderson will more likely start. They will start the season, and when other players kind of get on board, that's when we'll see what Klopp can cook. Because he might do the whole would change man's role kind of thing. Even though I wouldn't want him to change Kefram into the six. But if that was going to happen, Cal, we sign those three players, I reckon Fabinho and Henderson would still actually be the DM. I think the others would have to work their way into the team gradually. I think one would start and the other two would work their way in, so to speak. That's what I think.
And I still think people have got to stop like sleeping on the fact that there's a possibility Flacco was just having a bad season. You put two really good players in there with him, so he's not doing as much running. And I still believe in Flacco. I think if we was to buy all three of those players, the starting midfield for the beginning of the season would be Szoboszlai, McAllister, Flacco. And I think Kefram would be the one eased in a bit more. That's that. If we signed all three of those players, that's what I think the starting lineup would be on the first day.
I think McAllister is going to start.
I'd be worried.
McAllister's starting because he got McAllister's prem.
McAllister's starting 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
he's the one that's going to start. Kefran, let's say we bought Szoboszlai and Kefran. I think Szoboszlai and Kefran would come into the fold. Like we might see them start, but we won't see all three start. There's no chance an elite manager is going to start all three midfielders at the same time. That you just won't see it. Not like that. That have no prem experience other than one of them. That's that.
First game of the season, I see it being McAllister, Flacco, and Hendo.
No. I don't
What, with the new signings? Let's say we got new signings.
Yeah, I think that'd be the starting midfield three.
I think it'd be no. I think it'd be
Flacco, Hendo, McAllister,
Flacco, and one of the other midfielders.
And even if it was, it would only last for maybe 2 or 3 games. It wouldn't be like that's what it's going to be all the time. It would be like just for a couple of games while Szoboszlai and Kefram get used to the league. The fact that they're both, what's Kefram? 21. Szoboszlai's 22. Like, so based on age as well, maybe it would be quite smart to bed them in a bit slower, not just throw them straight in as well, based on like their age. I know their experience, especially Szoboszlai, but like maybe, I don't know. Let's just get these guys through in it and then let's see what goes.
And then we can talk, innit?
Indeed. Kelleher apparently wants to go despite Klopp wanting to keep him around. One word answer. Do you think he stays beyond this summer?
No, I think he's going to go. Based on everybody's logic, once you say you want to go, Klopp lets you go, right? So I think if he actually does want to go, he's gone.
I think he stays. One more year.
I think it depends on the player. If he does want to go, I don't think Klopp stands in his way.
I think it depends on the offer, more than the player. The offer.
I also think if he says to Klopp, thanks for trying to convince me, but I want to go, I think he goes. I think if he says to Klopp, I'll give you 1 more year, I think he stays. I think it's down to
that's what I mean. It's a Lovren thing. But it's the offer though. The offer is a big part as well, I think as well.
Yeah.
I think
I don't think anyone will offer what we need, what we want from them.
Apparently
that's why I was. Yeah.
No one will pay 20 mil. I don't.
Someone will pay 20
for a backup goalkeeper.
Someone would pay 20 mil.
I'd be very surprised if someone.
I wouldn't. If Raya goes to Spurs, for example, I could see Brentford spending that sort of money.
But would he go to Brentford though? Do you think?
First team, though, innit? Yeah, because he must have previously charged for international duty, innit? So he's seen it as first team.
I hear that, but when you play for a top club, you might feel like Brentford is a little bit of a step down without being disrespectful.
Man, just quickly, I don't want to be biased. Who's better, Raya or Kelleher?
Raya.
Do you think Raya's better?
Yeah.
I think Kelleher's ceiling is higher.
I think Raya's good, yeah, but you see, I know
we're not selling.
We've seen Kelleher in a bad light, though. We've seen recently in the last, you see him in a bad light.
That was the only game Kelleher has played bad for.
No, but Kelleher's serious. I'm gonna be honest.
I rate him as well, but I think Ray is better.
You think Ray's better? I think I'm not sure.
Ray has just got that experience that makes more sense why Spurs won him. Do you get what I mean? Like he's like proper Prem proven now, isn't it? So Kelleher is a risk. I'm not gonna lie, we don't know. Even though we rate Kelleher's ability, if he plays every single week, his consistency might be in the mud.
Yeah,
and he might end up being one of those goalkeepers that's like, you know what I mean? He's not capable of like week in, week out being that guy. Remember when everybody laughed at me when I said that Mendy weren't as good as you all think? I got slewed for that shit. Where the hell's that geezer? Edouard Mendy. Do you remember how much I got slewed when I said that guy wasn't as good as everybody thought he was?
You know what it is? I can't say what I want to say.
That was hype.
Nah, you know what it is?
It wasn't hype at the time, though, Drift, because he was playing very well at the time.
He was
sick at the time.
But it was hype because I always knew that he wasn't that goalkeeper. He's not that guy. Sun shines on the dog's ass some days.
Read the chat. Read the private chat, Drift. You understand what I'm saying? If you know what I mean. That's all it was. That's all it was. That's you know that's what it is. You know that's what it is.
Yeah, we can't say that.
No, we can't say, and that's why you said it. So yeah,
you might be right.
Oh no, that wasn't why I said it, but that was maybe part of my subconscious thinking.
You know why you?
No.
I can't. Anyway, let me not give that away. But yeah, I think I had a say in it. But
question: if he does go, who should his replacement be?
People say we know. I wish I could say. I wish. Who's that? Sorry, who said again? Sorry.
If Kelleher goes, who do we get as a replacement, or who do you want?
It'd have to be homegrown.
Raya?
It'd have to be homegrown.
We need to get in. We need to get in on Raya then.
Like he's going Spurs.
No, he's going Spurs.
Oh, flips. Who's a good second choice goal?
I don't really. What's the guy you recommended again, Cal? The homegrown guy he was recommending again?
Yeah, I recommended from third choice, not for second choice.
No, we need second choice though.
Okay. A second choice goalkeeper is a real tricky one because they have to be of a good level. They can't be an Adrian.
Who did we get linked to from? Is it Hanover 96? Zila.
He used to be a man. Everyone knows I said Navas, but you know Liverpool ain't gonna go and pull that.
We're not getting Navas.
Do you know how over the moon I'll be? I'm not gonna lie. I know the age thing is crazy, in terms of like he is a 36-year-old, so he's pretty much like done now as a professional. But see, for 2 years, if somebody offered 20-25 mil for Kelleher, and I knew Navas was the guaranteed thingy, if you make sure you put a buyback on Kelleher, I'm all in. And then Navas is our Europa League goalkeeper. We're gonna win that. We go win that.
Navas will be like
Navas in. We go win that Europa League, bro.
Navas will be like with Man United and Romero.
Yeah, but he's better. Navas is technically an elite goalkeeper, you know.
No, he's an elite shot stopper. Elite. He's like a cat, bro.
I can't even believe he was at Nottingham Forest for a season.
But the whole commanding thing is a little bit. But you see the shot stopping thing, we ain't got a problem. You know, like
we'll be fine, bro. Navas is
people are legging up shots. Know that Navas is saving that.
Yeah, we'll be fine. Navas will be our Europa League and our FA Cup goalkeeper.
But it'll be like Romero.
We'll win one of those trophies.
United and Romero still.
We'll be
that type
fine,
of
man.
team.
But we're not paying 150 mil for a backup goal, 150 grand a week for a backup goalkeeper, or 200 grand a week or whatever.
Not going to spend long on this, but you just mentioned United with news coming in now. It looks like they might be getting bought out by the Qataris.
It was always going to be the Qataris.
If it happens, it happens.
Do you worry as a Liverpool fan?
They always land on their feet, man.
Yeah, of course, because they're a club who does have a lot of income. So therefore, if the owners take away the debt, they'll be able to spend just as much as Man City, technically.
They already do, though.
Yo, I know. So I'm saying, so like they won't even be breaching FFP. So Man United are the scariest team in the league, arguably the world, with Qatari owners, because they make enough profit to be able to go and spend 200-300 mil without FFP being anywhere near breach.
If this Qatari
So if it goes through, then it is what it is. But we all know that the Man United fans have been the number one people screaming that City are only winning because they're spending money. So watch the narrative flip real quick. You just see the flip flopping will be hilarious. But yeah, it'll be a problem.
Again, to put some respect on United's name, they were winning well before the Qataris come in. So if they start winning again, then no one can really label.
They won't count. They've had 10 years of pretty much nothing.
Yeah, but that's 10 years in the entirety of football.
It's a long time in football, Cal.
How did their man land on their feet though? If this happens,
it's a long time in
football.
In fact, 10 years.
I'll tell you how they landed on their feet, Matt. Their fan spokespeople and our fan spokespeople got together and said they wanted to keep the reputation intact of the league. Ours had an impact, and Man United's one basically said, "Cool, thanks for what you did, but we're still getting Qataris." That's the difference. We got played. We got played by our biggest rivals.
Fam,
and that just goes to show you that they don't understand why going to even be talking and trying to conspire with them, man. So,
yeah, well done.
I'm not gonna lie, man. I don't know how it would. I just don't know how. If they get the Qatari owners, and we're still doing our thing, then you got Newcastle with their team, Man City doing their team. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not trying to say obviously definitively like it just makes it even like.
No, it's 100% a wrap for us thinking that we can win the league. We'll still be a competitive team. We'll still be a good team.
Yeah, we'll still be competitive.
But if you've got Man City and Man United both just buying whoever they want, whenever they want, Pep, all this money and whatever, we have to be honest, man. Keeping up is going to be a mad thing. Like, how do you keep up with that? Because Man United with Qataris, Mbappe and all that stuff isn't a joke anymore. It actually becomes reality.
Bro, it's a real thing to the point where, see today where news has been reported, it's official now that Mbappe's not signing the team. That's a thing where them owners go, we'll just get Mbappe. We'll offer him everything.
Yeah,
and they'll offer him everything.
They'll just do whatever it takes.
And then he'll be the first person, then they'll bring it. I'm not going to lie.
Or he might go Real Madrid still, but then they'll just go and take Vinicius from Real Madrid, and like, you know, if something will happen, then Man United will just end up an absolute world beater in it, whichever way you look at it. So, good luck to them pussy holes, innit?
We will always be big up all the people them that know, but we will always be pocket money FC in it. We just always will be.
And you know the worst thing about it, there was a little part of me hoping that they were going to hang around. The Glazers are going to hang around because they know the worth of the club, and that's why they were going to let Radcliffe have it, because it meant they still got a little stake, so they still make money. It's still part of their profile. But the Qataris have obviously offered them an amount that like they just can't refuse. But you know what I hate the most about our owners is that even though our owners are better than the Glazers as owners, they want us a part of their like catalog, a part of their profile so badly. Their portfolio is portfolio, and they're just collecting teams all over the place. They don't want to let us go for shit.
To play devil's advocate.
I
agree with you, Drift, but
they never want to break up. They never want to break up. They just want to stay there.
To play devil's advocate, could you not argue that once we find out what the price that United was sold for, then that potentially gives FSG a price to know how much they can price Liverpool, and then they can actually
They know this already.
They know.
I don't think they did. No. But let's be real.
The Chelsea sale gave them an idea, bro.
Yeah, no, it didn't. No, it didn't.
Bro,
it did.
No. Let me stop. No, guys, hear me out. The Chelsea price did not give us a precedent. Liverpool and Man United are the two biggest teams in the country. The Chelsea price, that can't give you a precedent because they were in dire straits to sell. They had such a situation with Abramovich. That's not the barometer. Man United is the barometer. So you see, if Man United was sold for 6 mil, then FSG can turn around and say, right, the price is 5.5 because we're not as big as United overall. But so if they're sold for 6, 5.5. Because the last thing FSG wanted to do is sell for 4 bill and then hear that Man United got sold for 6 bill, because then it'd be like, we just missed out on $1.5 billion.
They won't get $5.5 billion for Liverpool.
We won't. Do you know what it is, Cal? That way of thinking.
Sorry to cut you. You don't think anyone would pay $5.5 billion for Liverpool?
I think 4 billion is a very good realistic.
4 billion, 4.5.
Yeah, 4.5. Yeah, 4.5.
Maybe 5. If you, Cal, Liverpool bid on the market.
I'll ask you again, guys. If Man United have been sold for 6 billion, why would you take 4 for Liverpool?
Because you kind of have to know yourself at the same time.
But, all right, let's know ourselves then.
No, but Cal, this is hope talking. This ain't.
It's not hope talking. No, it's not hope talking. It is.
They've got to buy out.
Hold on, guys.
But they've got to buy out £1 billion debt.
No, but they've had ample opportunity to sell. Regardless,
remember the club valuation is 5 billion, and that extra billions to buy out the debt.
They've got some of the smartest businessmen
like what
in the
happened
world,
with Chelsea.
Guys,
not Michael Edwards. What's my man's name?
You're not listening, guys. You're not listening.
No, but
hear me out, guys. If someone is buying them for 6 billion, we have already got a training complex that is fine. We don't need new jacuzzis like we've been told. Our women's team have just got a new training complex in Melwood. Our stadium's been renovated.
Who done all that?
Wait. Matt, let me land. Yeah. So our infrastructure's in place in terms of building, right? Our manager's better than theirs. You could argue, we've got players like Salah already in the team. We have recent history of winning and competing. So how on earth, and we've got no debt. So why is it if Man United are sold for 6 bill, it's a laughable thing to say we're 5.5?
No, it's not laughable.
So no, it's not.
They're only paying 6 bill because of the debt, Cal. The club's valued at 5, but they've got to pay 6 because they're in £1 billion worth of debt.
Okay, so even if
Man United's worth 5, so that's why I'll say we're 4. Because we have to say we're not as valuable.
Can I say what it is in my opinion? There's a difference between the two owners. Man United want to sell up. Liverpool are like, if we get a good offer, we might consider, because we like what we're doing. The only reason Liverpool were even considering selling is because of probably peer pressure from our fan base. Man United have not even been successful, bro, really and truly over the 10-year of their man there, and they actually just want to sell. FSG, like I just said, they want to keep hold of the portfolio, bro. If you even look at the owners in general, bro, it's very rare that they just get rid of something and disabandon their investment. They will hold on to that thing like their life depends on it, unless you give them something outrageous. 5.5 billion is not outrageous. It would have to be more than Man United. That's where we're at. The only way that's gonna change in my opinion.
I don't think they'd want more than Man
United. No, bro. Hear what I'm gonna say. The only reason why I think you're saying that is because you're more hoping FSG see sense that, like, okay, it makes sense, because if Man United are getting that amount, Liverpool, you should take that amount. And what you're saying isn't wrong. What I'm saying is more about our owners, though, Cal. From everything that we've seen so far.
I'm not saying they're going to sell, by the way.
No, I know. No. But you know what frustrates me, though? What frustrates me the most, yeah, is our owners, for whatever reason, want to hold on to this club, yeah, until they're given something that they just can't refuse. And until that changes, all these things that's happening with other clubs, I used to think like, oh, you know what? There's a chance for us, you know. But I'll be honest, it pains me to say it, bro, but unless I see some creditable news that Liverpool like really want, or FSG, really want to sell the club, I don't care what happens at any other club. I just know that how we operate. Bro, we had a whole summer where man took Mike Gordon off the day-to-day and said, go and see what's out there. Mike Gordon came back and said, well, boy, man, not see nothing going in. What do you mean you don't see nothing going in? We had offers, reportedly, that we just didn't want to even engage in, or now we're looking for, was it part equity, part investment? Bro, I'm going to be honest, like, it's frustrating, but I think it's more of a reality that until our stance changes, that Liverpool actually, our owners, FSG, sit here and say, you know what? We need to come off the portfolio now. Time's done. They ain't budging.
No, I hear you.
So that's not at you. Your point is valid. It's more about I'm frustrated that our freaking owners just won't piss off.
What I will say though is, I think Man United being sold now in a weird way gives us a better chance of potentially getting new owners.
I hear you. You're looking at it from a positive perspective. Maybe I'm just
No,
looking
no,
at it
I
from a
don't think I'm
negative.
looking at it from a positive. I think I'm looking at it from a business aspect. From a business aspect, and again, they've made no secret they want to open up an NBA franchise as well. The only way they can do that is by having the capital. The only way they have that capital is by selling Liverpool or a good portion of Liverpool. And again, I'm not sitting there saying we're going to go and get Qataris or anyone who's crazy rich. I think United being sold now could potentially have a knock-on effect on what we do, especially if they go and compete straight away with Man City and Newcastle do the same and we get left behind. The pressure is going to be immense.
Oh, they don't have that enthusiasm anymore.
FSG don't care, bro.
Guys,
they just want us on the portfolio and they know our fan base is loyal and they'll make money forever. They don't care if we don't win.
People will lurk.
I don't give a shit.
What Carl's saying,
I don't think you're hearing me out.
With you. No, I agree with you. No, you're getting it wrong. I agree with you, bro. No, what you're saying should happen. It should theoretically happen because from a business perspective, you're seeing a similar business to you take a certain amount of money. You're thinking, listen, okay, we can kind of get around that figure. That makes sense what you're saying. I'm not disagreeing with that. What I'm disagreeing is the owners have different priorities. I genuinely feel like Man United want to sell. I don't think Liverpool. I'm saying Man United. I don't think FSG really want to sell. I think the Glazers just want to sell at the right price for some strange reason. I don't even know why we've gotten here or my way of thinking. I genuinely feel like FSG don't really want to sell at the moment unless it's something crazy, like mad, bro. I could be wrong, but I think with the
valuation, I think the valuation we've just seen with Man United, or when we find out the valuation.
I hope you're right, bro, because man will just sit here and just be
we're just gonna end up chilling with Enoch and Levy and them, man, bro. We're fucked.
No, I'm just saying. I think now we've got a better chance of being sold than we had before. We actually do, because there's a potential valuation now.
Man,
potential valuation.
Them man, them man are making.
I hear what you're saying about the valuation.
Them man are making like calls,
but yeah,
emergency loans.
They will keep making money, and that's all they care about.
Man are renovating stadiums.
I think Matt's right. Unless the offer comes in, that's so. You know what? They might be so egotistical that if Man U go for 6 billion, they're like, well, we're not selling for anything less than 6 billion. Like they might be so egotistical, they're just like, yep, we're not. And no one's paying 6 billion for Liverpool. I love my club.
That is true.
Nobody's paying 6 billion for Liverpool.
Them man, they just got some mad. I don't know what it is yet. All jokes aside, yet. And I think I said it's for the majority of our fan base and you guys.
Sorry to cut you. Really sorry to cut you, Matt.
No,
really
that's cool, bro.
Just before I forget.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe I am being super optimistic here. But you see, saying that Man United have been sold for 6 billion, no one would buy us for 6 billion. Again, just to play devil's advocate drift, you're getting better value for money buying us for 6 billion than you are for Man United.
I know, but apparently they have around 50 to 100 million fans more than us worldwide, which is more of a pool.
I think it's commercial.
That's what I'm saying. Commercially,
those fans aren't going to pay for a new training complex, a new stadium to be renovated. We've already got those things in place. So, all right, if I can go and spend £10 on a meal, but I've still got to prepare it, or I can go and spend £10 on a meal and it's already prepped for me. It's still the same amount of money, but one's already done where I don't have to do as much work. So again, I hear.
No, that's true.
But you're thinking logical, which is right. But our owners don't think logical. In my opinion, anyway.
No, they do think logical, but just logical for themselves.
No, see, no, I think they think illogical for themselves, but logical in general. No. I think it's the reason why I say logical is because
they want the most money, and I can't.
All right, so here's the thing.
Man United Stadium can go up to 81,000 capacity as well. So when they start fixing it up, they'll be making way more money than we do. But they've got
to put the money. They've got to front the money to do that, though.
I know, but it's just a renovation, Cal. They haven't got to like build it or anything. It's just a renovation.
Renovation ain't cheap, bro.
But it's way cheaper than building.
But they've literally got to gut out that stadium. But there's rats in the stadium, and I'm not talking about Bruno Fernandes. There's
Old Trafford.
Yeah, like
remember they got wee in the on the floor and that
the roof's leaking. Like that needs a complete flush out. there's damp and Japanese
Yeah,
weed growing in Manchester United Stadium.
I
like,
know.
they need
I'm
a
just
flat
saying,
out.
like,
Man, so you can go swimming wee, for free.
20,000
Yeah.
more, 20,000 more capacity seat.
No, that
seat
is a big. That's
stadium
big
is
in
a
terms of
That's
big
financial.
deal.
massive.
It's
No,
a
is
big,
it?
big
But
deal.
what I was gonna say is this year, just quickly, in terms of FSG as owners, I think I can speak for the majority of the fan base. Under their ownership, we've done very well under their ownership in terms of like what we've won and the manager that we've been able to obviously get and the players who we've had. However, that model that we just had, like we've said this a billion times, that model that we had got us to where we're at. That model kind of needs to get tweaked and whatever refined. We just need more than that model. Like we need more, right? I just don't see the owners. Like, I don't know, man. I used to have
Shall I tell you what
bare
it is for me,
enthusiasm and positivity about the owners, yeah. But you know what it is, bro? How many years have we sat here and gone, oh, I think now might be the time when we might do something and the owners might change, rare tear. And like, bro, unless it's crazy, I just don't see it happening. Maybe I'm just being negative. I don't want to be negative, but
No, I think for me the issue I've got is we never strengthen from a position of power, and I think that's come back to bite us. We showed that the model can work, but we just got very lazy with it. We got lazy with
but
it.
the wiggle room is very small, and this is the kind of drift point. Not even to bring drift into it. It's not even about whether it's right or wrong, with how much Klopp finances he had, but the amount of finances we could probably gauge. You never really had like a transfer budget or thingy where man could make mistakes. We have to be so calculated to the point where you can't make mistakes, and that's the problem under our ownership as a whole. We've done so well because we've had some of the smartest businessmen, smartest sportsmen that we've had in the Premier League, and we're able to maximize those results. However, it's not always going to be like that. And what we found out is that you need a bit more. So when things aren't going to be what you think they're going to be, we need to add to that. How do we add to that? Okay, let's add more finances and see what we can do. We've just been very restrictive in terms of what we can and can't do. So you can have a go at Klopp or whatever, or you can't have a go at Klopp for the amount of finances that he's had. However, for a club like Liverpool, the manager needs to know that he has enough altogether, like to kind of put everything in place. And I think every Liverpool fan can agree that there must be summers that Klopp has gone, we just ain't got enough. We can't say it, but we just ain't got enough. It's that simple, isn't it?
Shall I?
You know what I mean?
Shall I tell you why I know the Man United thing's happening? The PR started. Guess who we've been linked to?
Yeah, the biggest joke of the summer.
Valverde.
What? Who been into Valverde?
We have Liverpool.
But we're not getting. This is something. You know, I ain't even saying that.
You know, that's the dumbest thing you could hear all summer.
Man said Valverde.
Big up to the Liverpool PR team, man. Big up.
Come on, like what?
The only person that would be more stupid to say we're linked with is Haaland. Fucking dumb.
Big up to the PR team. That's a new one. I didn't even expect them to dig that low. Big up to them, man. That's genius.
Like, come on, bro.
That's bloody genius. Big up to them for that one. I didn't expect to see that one coming. I thought maybe a Kimmich or something like that. To go all the way out for Valverde.
The Kimmich one's already happened, bro.
No, but I mean, talk about being a serious link. But to say we've made contact and made a bid and all that, well done. Well done, PR team. You've outdone yourself on this one.
Do you know what the contact probably was? Just to ask what his new number was, because Nunez lost his old one.
Oh, boy.
Your boy wants to get hold of you, see if you want to go on holiday with him. Fucking idiot.
Boy. All right, let's hit up these supers before we let the people go. Jay says, have you seen the new Transformers movie? I haven't.
I have seen it. I've seen it.
I haven't, no.
I don't want to say that because I know Drift's a big chat. I'm not going to say nothing.
Yeah,
I'm not saying nothing.
Big up Pimp in Distress, aka Pop says Ben Johnson was innocent in 1988 as well. No comment. Big up yourself, Pops. Park Life says Drifty on the DR stream was too funny. By the way, F Lukaku.
Big up yourself.
Yeah, Lukaku did what he did.
Lukaku. I don't care what anyone says. Put a 1 in the chat if you think Alisson would have scored that header Lukaku missed.
Of course you. No, he would have though.
Matt, am I lying?
No, you're right. You're right. That'd be better if I was in the chat, bro. That header was yeah.
Ilios says, yes, lads, thoughts on Salah missing in January and Feb, nerve-wracking. Dinesh says, evening, the Madrid Galacticos never won a Champions League. That's true as well.
That's true. That is true.
AM says, Barcelona was struggling before Pep. They finished third in the league and you had to get rid of players like Dino, Marquez, Deco, etc.
That's true.
He also brought through players like Busquets, PK, and Pedro. Very true.
That is very true. That's
I'm telling you.
No, I'm giving credit.
Bayesian Reds TV said, Bob Paisley is the GOAT, hands down. Thank you. Appreciate that, Bayesian. AM says, Klopp could never dominate like Pep with his resources because of his sentimentality and also he's tactically inferior.
Do you know the reason why I don't feel like that's definitive is because would he be that sentimental if he knew that he could? Yeah, basically, if he knew he had that wiggle, because I kind of feel like Klopp holds on to these players because it's like they're good. I can't let go of them.
No, I think he would be. I disagree with. I think the tactical thing is very up and down.
Look what he did at Dortmund, bro.
That's what I was going to say. I think the tactical thing is very up and down with those two because I've seen Pep outsmart Klopp and I've seen Klopp outsmart Pep, and I've seen Klopp beat Pep to a league title through outsmarting him as well.
Because tactically inferior, I think. Because remember, Pep knew what was going to happen in 17-18 in Champions League. Remember, he was talking about it on the thing, and he still couldn't stop it. You get what I'm saying? So I think it's not as cut and dry as that.
Big says that Barca team, he gutted the team. Remember, he got rid of Dino, Deco, and put the kids in that turned out to be goats. He's certainly the goat. Agree with the first bit. Streets approved Tem saying Pep is only good at big teams is like saying Messi would only be good at Barcelona. Pep doesn't need to prove himself at lower, smaller teams. Very different footballer and managerial. Very different.
Very different. We're talking about finances and resources compared to a player. Just play. Like I
we just saw Messi win the World Cup with a pretty standard Argentina team.
No, that was a good team, bro. That wasn't a standard team.
But they weren't the best team.
They might not have been full of superstar names, but they're still a brilliant team.
No. They were far from the best team. Far from it. It's just that he's him, innit?
No, but I mean, if it took him to 36 to win it, it wasn't just about him, was it?
No, but the balance.
Otherwise, he would have won it when he was younger.
No, but the balance is probably better. But I wouldn't say it was.
It was a good team. That was a good Argentina team that just won the World Cup.
Do you remember their defenders?
Not off the top of my head.
Exactly.
This is what I'm saying.
But it still had a lot of good players in it.
No, but this is what I'm saying. No, fair enough.
Eastwood says Pep is an elite manager of talent. I don't see him as one of the greatest managers. The greatest managers should be able to handle and develop players, in my opinion. I think he does develop. I don't think he handles egos very well, though.
Doesn't. Ibrahimovic.
Streets Prove Tem says it's like asking Messi to prove himself at Everton. Playing as a footballer and playing as a manager, two different things.
You know, do you know when I said the other end of the spectrum? Like, this is where people go, like, man's not saying it.
It is kind of similar. I don't think
being a player and being a manager are two different things.
No, they are two different things in themselves, but the sentiment still remains the same. It's like saying if you won everything at Barcelona, but how can you be the GOAT? You didn't do it when you was playing at Stoke, or you should have gone to Everton. Like, it's kind of similar to say it that way. Like, could you have been that good if you were playing with flipping, I don't know, who's
for me?
Wait, no, I've got one here. Who's better in your opinion, Haaland or Kane, Drift?
Kane.
All right. Who won what last season?
Oh no, if you're talking about, but that's two players comparison is in ability.
No, but that's my point. So Kane, this is what I'm saying.
A manager and a player. No, but a manager and a player is in you. If you're going to take away credit for being a manager of the best team, then are you going to take away credit from a player playing in the best team? It's a similar comparison.
I don't think
it is a similar comparison. Player for player is, we're just talking about talent. That isn't the same thing. It kind of is. If you think about it, it's kind of similar. It's like saying you couldn't win the league playing for Everton. So should you really get the same credit? Look how many players you got. Like, you got De Bruyne, you got Haaland ain't that great of a striker. He's playing with De Bruyne, he's playing with Bernardo Silva. It's like taking away credit from Haaland for scoring all those goals because he's playing with De Bruyne and he's playing with Mahrez and he's playing with... It's kind of the same, bro. It kind of is. But
Trudon says, drifting cow. I saw you on DR Sports at Box Park. Did you run into Errol, the Scouse Pop Smoke from Redmen TV? A collab would be fire. We are going to get a collab done with Errol. We spoke. We did have a nice little chat. It's the first time we've ever met Errol in real life, and we'd been speaking behind the scenes. We've been following each other's journeys and stuff. So there's love there between us and Errol and Redmen TV. And yeah, something's going to happen very soon with Errol.
Yeah,
so
man. Errol's is good people, man.
And he got home safely from Kone, which is the main thing as well.
Yeah, we had to give him a little,
yeah,
little advice.
Errol's going to start partying in Kone. And I said, bro, you're better off going back to your hotel. You don't know these ends, bro. It's different. It's different. Call me retired. Zlatan Ibra says, brothers, did you see the valuation for Liverpool went up by 16%? Liverpool is valued at 4.2 billion. FSG are waiting until the Mancs are sold before selling.
Let's see what happens then, innit?
No, but what's mad is, even though you were right, Cal,
got a business management degree for a reason, guys.
Even though you could be right, and obviously, call
Cal, if you're gonna go by that statement, I'm expecting them to sell up.
I'm a business.
No, but Cal, what you gotta remember is what he also said though was indicative of what I said and Matt agreed with. The valuation 4.2. So I'll say 4.5 is probably what we'd go for.
Yeah, but if
they want 5.5, I think it's too much. Bro.
Hold on. You never sell for the valuation of anything. How much is Caicedo's valuation? Like 55? How much would we laugh at Brighton if Brighton sold Caicedo for 55 unless it was written into the contract? Come on, guys, this is business.
No, but 4.5 billion for a club.
No one said it's not business.
You are getting more of your money.
The club is worth 4.2. They're not going to sell at what the club's worth.
No, but 4.5, that is a profit.
Cal.
No. That is a profit.
You're speaking good business.
Cal, did you just say 300 million ain't nothing? 300 million, bro. That's a lot of money, bro.
In the context of this, it's not big money, dude.
You're missing my point. You're acting like FSG are the FSG can be good businessmen when they want to, but they can also show when they can be dickheads. They allow man to. They allow bare man to leave.
Only good when
if FSG were that good at businessmen, why would they let so many man leave on a free? And remember, they have the overall say in terms of what happens in the club. So going by your logic, that should never happen. So basically, James Milner, Naby Keita, alongside Chamberlain should never have left on the free, bro. You're talking good business because you're speaking the right way. You have to understand something. Our owners don't think like that, bro. If they did, in my opinion, they would have sold up and potentially even got a bid before Man United. Because sometimes people think, see what Man United get, and then you're going to go get more. It don't necessarily work like that.
They don't get involved in the football matters unless they really have to. So if now hear me out.
They're businessmen.
No. But there's business and there's them saying, again, this has been my argument with the whole Klopp thing. They have trusted Klopp and says, you're the football man here, so you're going to do your thing. So
did Gini Wijnaldum sign in your contract?
No, Matt, sorry, hear me out. If Klopp turns around and says, I don't want to sell this player, FSG aren't going to go above him and sell the player. But if it gets to a point where Milner's about to leave on a free, they're not going to give him a new contract.
But if you're a good businessman and you think your manager's making the wrong decisions, you're going to step in. They step in when they feel like they need to step in.
You're missing the point. They don't know whether he's making a good decision or not because they're not football people. They don't care.
No, but bro, everybody knows in business you don't let nothing go for free. What are you talking about?
Matt, you're missing the point.
You're missing my point. FSG pick and choose when they want to be good businessmen. I'm telling you, bro.
No.
They're not smart, bro.
They pick and choose when they want to get involved with the football element.
Bro, we've kind of gone hand in hand. Business is a part of football, bro. Whether we like it or not.
No, I agree with you, but all right, Matt. You know, my profession is social media and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you come to me and you go, Cal, I want you to run my social media for my business, and I say, all right, cool, this is what I'm going to do, boom, 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 then you're not going to turn around and be like, Cal, I think you should actually reshape the post like this and send this out. You're going to leave it to me because you're trusting me to do it because you think I've got the nous to do it, right?
Right.
But if we get to a point where you're losing money because of me or you don't see the value in having me anymore, then you're going to step and be like, Cal, I'm going to have to let you go. But they trust Klopp, as rightly they should, to do a footballing job. So if we get a bid for Origi and Klopp turns around and says, no, I want to keep Origi, they're not going to turn around and say 20 mil is good money for Origi. But they probably don't even know what Origi does or what position he plays.
But here's the thing. We're disagreeing. I agree with your business sense, but in my opinion, what FSG are when it comes to business, for me, they pick and choose. Because what you're saying is, Matt, if you think of it like this, this is a good business move, and you're right, it is a good business move to see what you could get out on the market. You know, when people say you explore the market, Liverpool explored the market, they were like what they want, and they see what Man United have gone. You know what, mate? Ooh, okay, now we know what we can really get. What I'm saying is, though, this is specifically for our owners, not what you're saying as an overall thing about business. What you're saying is right, Cal. What I'm disagreeing with you is our owners are not reliable to be good business owners. Because if they work out, in my opinion, they wouldn't have made some of the mistakes that they have made along this line. Hence why we want to get rid of them. Because as much as they've done good, they've just been as bad as well. That's why I can't say they're good business owners. They're decent business owners. That's why I
disagree. I think they're rubbish football owners. I think from a business standpoint, I think they're actually incredible. And that's what annoys me the most about them.
I don't know. I kind of disagree with that because football is still. So here's how I see it.
We were on our commercially and everything. We were on our knees when they came to us.
No, of course, they've done that bit right. They've done that bit right,
and we've actually done 100. It legit. We ain't cooked no books to do it.
100, but being part,
you've got to be incredibly good at business to do that.
So as much as you want to trust your manager is still part of that business. Like it's like if you're I don't know, if you're an area manager and you got your manager right there, yeah. If your manager's making the wrong moves, as an area manager, you have to protect the business. You have to do what's best. And the area manager is not going to sit by and go, I trust the manager, even though he's going to watch the manager make all their mad mistakes. There's a reason why, in my opinion, we've allowed some contracts to run out and done, and some contracts have been re-signed. It's inconsistencies, bro, in my opinion.
I think that's more down to them leaving things to other people in the professional positions personally.
But they have overall say because
they exercise it sometimes, but I don't think they're going to exercise it all the time when it's not their professional nous to do.
No, but bro, but even
in and out.
But Tom, I'm about to say Tom Money, No, Mike Gordon is the day-to-day guy. He's the one that goes between Klopp and FSG. So he's got the best like kind of view to see what happens in the football terms and the business terms. He knows what's going on with all them contracts, Don't get twisted. There's a reason why I feel like we've allowed some players to sign and not sign because they've gone, you know what? All right, we'll leave it. This one will get involved. That's inconsistencies for me. You have to. That's why I don't think
they manage.
I don't know. We agree to disagree. For me personally, I don't think we can. FSG have done well commercial business. That's commercial. That's one aspect, in my opinion. One aspect.
Eastwood says, big up Eastwood, by the way. Vega, or is it Viega talk is on? I'll believe these names when I see them come through the door. Mohammed says, how you guys feeling with Man City winning the treble? Can't believe they stopped us from winning it last year to go on and win it themselves. This year, I feel disrespected.
All right, guys, just quickly. I don't even know why I'm moving. The Mbappe thing's getting worse, So PSG are surprised with Kylian Mbappe's decision, as there was no legal need for Mbappe to send any letter. As from the 1st of August, is automatically non-renewal. Paris' position is clear: sign new deal or club open to let him go this summer. Mbappe just wants. I think Mbappe just had enough. He's like, burn this. But this happens every year, and we're never involved. And we're never involved.
He might just want a new. He might just want a new private jet, innit?
Yeah. Are you not seeing this though?
What's this? Bro, you forget about. Listen,
you don't believe that, surely, Biff. You don't believe
no, I don't. I don't. But I just wanted to check on it because everyone's talking
bro.
about it.
Yeah, I know. I saw it. Don't believe the hype.
Hay says problem is Vinicius would cook Trent, Pavard, and Kyle Walker. Yeah, true. To be fair, Eastwood said, "Who is better at right back, Pavard or a prime Nathaniel Klein?"
A prime Nathaniel Klein.
I agree.
I think Pavard better going forward though.
Yeah.
Defensively, though, Klein's a problem. Probably Klein. Yeah. I'll probably say Klein still.
Genie says, not playing the blame game, but what do you give Klopp's time at Liverpool? Scale 1 to 10. Looking at what we've won, I'm at a 6.5, and that might be the emotions of watching City win the treble as us underachieving.
I definitely think it is. I know we should have done more. We could have done more, but it's at least an 8. He's won every single trophy there was to win and brought us back from the depths of despair to being the only club capable of getting in the way of Man City doing 6 in a row. Do you know how mad that is? Man City would have just done 6 in a row if it wasn't for Klopp. That's crazy. That is crazy, you lot.
I think
would
I'm
have
going
done
to go
6 in a row.
I think I'm going to go over 7.
Nah, for what Klopp has done for Liverpool, I'm saying 8 at least. It's gotta be an 8, man. What he's done for Liverpool, I think when you consider who he's up against as well, like, and the restrictions, conditions. Yes, man.
I still think we could have won regardless of those restrictions.
Maybe.
We definitely could have won regardless.
But just what it is, just like less room.
Oh, we got the 2 years we didn't win the league. We got 92 points and 96 points. I mean, there's not much more he could have done.
No, but it's fine margin. But there is something he could have done. It's fine margins. I'm not saying he's been crap, but we could have won more than what we have. Like, let's be real about it. Like, we love Klopp, but let's not act like he's been perfect. He hasn't been perfect.
8 out of 10 ain't perfect. 10 out of 10 would be trying to say he's perfect.
8 out of 10 close to perfect. I think 7. I don't think 7 is an unfair thing to say.
I'm not saying 7 is unfair. I just think it's too low.
Fair dude.
I said 8. I think 8, man.
Jay says thoughts on Gabby Viega. I think he's good technically. I think he's a bit lightweight. I don't know if he survives in the league just yet. I don't think we could do any.
I'm not concerned about his. No, I think he's got. No, I'm not. I don't think he's too lightweight. I think he'll be all right. Viega. I think if he comes to league, he'll be all right. Personally, for me, I think he'll be all right.
Eastwood says FSG will sell Salah for the right price. Don't get it twisted. There's not been any evidence of that. Like, I hate the owners as much as everyone, but like, there's never been evidence of them going above the manager's head saying we're selling this player. In fact, quite the opposite. Like, unless anyone can bring any examples where we've had an offer and Klopp wanted to keep a player and they've said no, we have to sell. Like, that actually doesn't happen at Liverpool.
We just haven't actually been offered big money for one of our big players.
But we got offered big money for Coutinho and they said no.
What the hell?
Yeah, but I mean, other than him,
we've had offers for other players in the past as well. Mane's had offers for. Bobby's had offers for.
Have we? When? I don't remember any.
When they were here, we had offers for them. We've not.
When?
We've
what
not
concrete offer?
After we won the Champions League, Origi had offers. Like, there's
but that wasn't a big offer. That was 20 million. I mean, like a substantial amount of money.
No, but he never said for a big offer. He said for the right price. I mean, Origi. At one stage, they were quoting something like 30-odd mil for Origi. That's big money for him.
That's what we wanted, but nobody would pay it. That's why we kept him. Because we priced him out of the league.
Someone did put in a bid for around that amount.
Wolves put in a 20 mil bid, and I don't think he wanted to go Wolves. Other than that, bro, nobody concretely wanted to buy him. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying I think for 120 mil or something like that, FSG would probably say, do you know what? We should let him go.
There's been no evidence of that though.
Well, their greed and their ability to only put into the squad if we sell players.
Look, we can hate the owners and all that. That's fair enough. But
there's no evidence of them being greedy, Cal.
No, I never said there's no evidence of them doing this. We can't just make up stuff to suit.
No, I said I just believe they would. I'm not saying I'm talking facts. I'm saying I believe they would because they will see it as a good price for a player who's old and that's the only way they can reinvest, etc., etc. I think they would.
Theo says, would you get Mbappe if he's the only signing? No.
Matt, would you take Mbappe as the only signing? Matt's just thinking about Mbappe in a Liverpool kit and he's willing to put it all on the line.
We're just not in a position to do it. We're not in a position to do it.
So
We got Basetic coming through.
McAllister's already signed, so that he's already a Liverpool player. You're telling me you want to take Mbappe right now?
We got Kone coming through. We got Basetic coming through.
Come on, guys. What are we doing? No, be on a real, guys. I'm not like. Let's be real.
That's all right, Jeff. Cal's all right having.
We got Tyler coming back.
Cal's all right having Salah go AFCON and Harvey Elliott doing that right wing. It's cool. Let Cal land. Let him land. Go on, Cal.
So, all right, who's playing centre back next season?
Go on, Cal.
Who's playing centre? Who's playing six? Who's playing centre midfield?
I'll let you land. Go on. Say what you're gonna say, Cal.
Is Mbappe playing all these positions next season? Then, yeah.
What?
I just told you, bro. We got Morton. We got Morton and Basetic.
I didn't even hear what he said. I just heard Mbappe.
The question, then.
I just heard Mbappe.
Are you taking Mbappe?
Yes.
All right. So what are you doing, Drift?
Generational player. What are we doing here?
Matt, Drift, what you say?
Carl said he's not willing to go Cinnabon with you, Drift. I'll go if you don't worry about it, fam. I'll go. Don't worry about it, Drift.
Guys, seriously.
I'll go, bro.
Seriously, guys.
We got Morton.
Mbappe?
We've got Morton and we've got Basetic coming through for midfield
for a season. We could do all the stuff next season. You're mad.
We've got Bradley coming through at right back.
Oh my good, you lot are shameless as F.
We'll keep Matip.
Nah, you're. I can't believe it. You're saying get Mbappe in the door now, and we can't do all the shopping the next year.
I'll turn Gakpo into an 8.
Oh my god, you lot make me. You're the worst.
What we saying, Jim? Gakpo in the 8.
Gakpo in the 8. Gakpo and McAllister in midfield.
Yeah, it can run. You know, can run.
It can run.
Bro. Shocking.
Mbappe. Remember, Mbappe can play on the left, on the. I'm just saying, innit? I'm just saying.
I know where he can play. Phenomenal player.
Certain man a year ago didn't think he was top 10 in the world still. You know, they was there, but I ain't gonna say too much, you know.
And then in January we go get some more, innit, Matt?
Yeah, exactly my point, Jeff. No one said the shopping can't start in January, but they just said in the summer. But it's cool, Cal. You stay there. You
can be out of all competitions by January, innit?
Who said that?
No, not with Mbappe and Salah and these man. We'll be all right until January, bro. We'll be all right until January. I'm telling you.
Mbappe in a Liverpool team, and you're saying no. You'd rather
McAllister and Gakpo midfield with Salah and Mbappe up front, bro. We'll be fine till January, bro. We'll be fine.
The only player I'm just taking as a single commodity is a prime Lionel Messi by himself. It's the only player.
Obviously, Mbappe ain't no Lionel Messi, but he's still bodying up all of these man.
Yeah, actually, like R9 didn't exist on Ronaldinho, fam. You might want to rephrase that statement.
I'm talking about recent. Come on now.
Yeah, but you take them. But is Mbappe generational? Yes or no?
Is Mbappe on the level of Ronaldinho and R9?
No. Is Mbappe generational? Yes or no?
You brought them to the table.
Is Mbappe generational? Of course, R9 is generational, and so is
Hold on, no. Yeah, Mbappe is generational, but not like R9 and Ronaldinho and Messi.
Man's obviously not like, but he's generational.
I'm taking those three, but I'm not taking Mbappe by himself currently. No, just Liverpool
right now. Manda said we've got a choice here: Mbappe right now, or we can see Wagwan in January.
Let me ask you a question. First 3 games, it looks good, and then Mbappe gets injured in the 4th game. What happens then?
Why would you?
Why
would you put Juju in there though? I don't understand that.
That can't happen, though.
So all your signings that you want to get in for what if they all get injured?
What's the
that can't happen,
happening though?
But it's the same thing though. Of course,
it's not the same.
With our training methods, 3 times a week? Okay,
for all of them at the same time.
But you're asking them questions where it's like these big ifs.
So hold on. We sat here and said, getting Bellingham by himself.
There's only one party pooper in the house, and his name's Cal.
Getting Bellingham by himself would be a big mistake because we need more. We need to bolster out the squad.
With all due respect, Bellingham
is sick,
Mbappe,
bro. Bellingham is sick, but it's not Mbappe. Come on, Cal. You know that already. Don't do that.
Mbappe,
you know that, Cal.
What's the question for Mbappe? Would you do this for Haaland as well?
No.
Because Haaland can't create his own goals. Mbappe's like
I said
an anomaly,
from day, Mbappe, Haaland all day. I said that from day. The people them know me.
Mbappe similar to R9. What is going on? What's going on here?
All right, Cal, here's what we do to get us to January. We put Trent in midfield.
Drift, leave him.
We put Joey up right back.
Leave him on his boat.
Drift, on a rule, leave me. I'm not changing my mind, bro.
Leave him on
I'm
his
not
boat
changing my
trip.
mind.
Leave him on it. Don't give him the armband.
Trent in
I wanna-
midfield
I wanna
passing through
leave
to
him.
Mbappe.
Squad rather than
Leave
just
him.
one player. What are we doing here?
Cal, we said one player now in the summer, and then we were like, remember, I said we got January and next summer, but we need to get Mbappe through the door. We got a chance. You're saying no. What?
I don't care, bro.
No, man wants to do up Inacio, flipping Diaby.
Yeah.
All right, cool. No, it's cool.
Because you know what Man City proved to me?
cool. It's cool.
If your squad's good, you don't need a superstar player.
Bro, you're telling me we can't last until January with Mbappe and McAllister?
If
You said what? We're going to be dead at the water for everything.
I'll be
which
honest
is not
with you.
good.
In my opinion, if we just got Mbappe and McAllister now,
Say it.
I don't think we win the league. I don't even know if we challenge still.
But the season when the finish.
And then next season we'll just absolutely destroy when we bring in everyone
next
else.
season, next season, Man United could have billions.
You're
to
missing
spend
my
on-
point.
No,
You're missing my
but
point.
You've got Mbappe at the club,
gets
Cal.
through the door, bro.
You've got Mbappe at the club. You figure out the other stuff later, bro.
He's through the
doing
door, Cal. Why about the other stuff? He's through the door.
I'm not doing it.
Oh my.
I'm not doing it.
No, I can't even lie, fam.
I'm not doing it.
I know you're capping. You don't.
Matt,
mean
it's all
that.
right, bro. Matt,
I'm
it's all
not
right.
capping.
I can't believe
Matt,
that.
we'll leave it. We'll leave it.
I'm not doing it.
We know what we do, bro. We know what we do. I'm doing Joey up right back. I'm pushing Trent into midfield with McAllister. We got Mbappe. We're fucking cooking, bro. We'll be fine until
That's
January.
fine.
Till
That's
January,
fine.
that's what I'm saying.
We will
Guys,
be
do your thing,
absolutely
innit?
fine, bro.
Do your thing. Do your thing. We saw this with the Galacticos. It's not like we ain't seen evidence of this happening. We saw this with Galacticos. Do your thing,
Bro,
guys.
the Galacticos would have won the Champions League if Ronaldo never got injured.
If muts and maybes, but they didn't. We've seen this. But you lot do your thing.
But I'm not even saying it's definitive, like everything's gonna be rosy. But you get Mbappe through the door, bro. Generation, you take a chance.
I'm done. How many chances do we have to take as Liverpool fans, bro?
Boy, it's Mbappe.
That is the point, bro.
This is apple juice. You're turning your back on apple juice.
Bruv, I want to win leagues.
Are you
and
turning
stuff.
your back on apple juice, Cal? Big
Am
man
I turning
thing.
my back on apple juice? No, but I've got to cut down and drink more water if I want to live a longer life.
You're not turning your back on apple juice. You know what? If there was ever a shortage, or there was, I won't even say the thing, but let's say there was something going on in the world or whatever. You're telling me you're not gonna go and buy apple juice? You're not gonna go and stock up quickly if something was going on.
No, I would, yeah.
I bet you did that during the pandemic, innit? You stocked up,
Yeah.
right? All right then. We leave it there. You stocked up. You know why? Because you was concerned. This might be my only chance. You went and did it.
I'm not changing my mind, guys. I respect your opinions. I'm not changing my mind. I'm not changing my mind. You can bring up all the comments as well. No, you bring up the comments where people are backing me as well. Still, there it is. Here we go. I knew this was
I'm
coming
not
out.
doing this to you because I don't want another Ronaldinho moment.
No,
we're not doing this.
I said it. I backtrack. I'll take it.
No, it's not about backtracking. I just thought you would take the chance.
Remember when Cal said Mbappe was in the top 10? No wonder. At the time when I said it, I still stick with it. He wasn't a top 10 player in the world.
You must be mad.
And I went through the list and no one could argue with me.
I did argue.
There's a lot of emotions in football. But when you break stuff down, just saying.
Mbappe is up, bro. He's generational.
At the time when I said it,
a year ago, he was still a bad man.
Don't do that. It wasn't a year ago. Don't do that, Matt. It was
Jamal,
not a year ago.
We need you, bro. We need Jamal.
Get Jamal then.
Jamal, we need you to check the
tape. A calendar year ago was 2022, June 2022.
But do you remember even when I brought up what he done at the World Cup as well? And I'm not obviously went as far as back as that, but come on, bro. This is Mbappe.
Let's move on. Let's leave it.
This ain't Haaland, you know.
I'm just saying. I'm not doing it.
Can't believe it.
I'm not doing it.
I'm shocked. I don't know what to say anymore.
I want a squad. Jamrock, do we need one or two box-to-box tackling mids? Not if we sign Mbappe, we don't know.
That's gonna be your answer to everything.
Yeah, it is.
Like,
No, it's calm.
because I can't believe you guys are shutting down what I'm saying so quickly when we've had so many debates about.
You're making it seem like that's it forever. We're not saying that. What the question was? Would you take Mbappe right now if he was the only? What did you say? The only signing left or whatever.
The only signing. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say yeah, because you know what? Address it January, then we could go shopping, and then you get what I'm trying to say, Cal?
How often are we going to push back stuff we need to address?
But we're getting Mbappe through the door.
Bruv, Mbappe's not what we need right now.
Are you crazy? You sound like someone like
what? Logical. I sound logical.
No, you sound like FSG. I didn't want to say it, but I didn't
Hold on. Why is it that no one's going to
Matt's feelings are actually hurt?
no. But on a real, not one of us has said we need a world-class attacker this window. Not one of
none of us thought we could get Mbappe.
The man said there's a chance to get Mbappe.
But not
do you
one
take
of
that
you
chance?
said you'd still do it. Not one of you said you'd do it.
Going
into this, how many times are we going to do? Like,
no,
how many times have you both said we need to stabilize the squad?
No, this is a question.
Of course we do, because we're being realistic. But this is a
but
dream
this is
scenario.
an unrealistic answer. This is an unrealistic question. Sorry, not answer. Unrealistic question that someone gave us. Would you sign Mbappe if he was available? Like someone said, you're gonna take Mbappe.
No,
of course I'm gonna take Mbappe.
If Mbappe is available, of course I'm signing, but not at the expense of not sorting out the rest of the squad.
So, Cal, do you honestly believe we wouldn't be all right until January with McAllister and Trent in midfield?
If my roof's leaking, there is no point me going out getting a pretty sofa while the roof's leaking. Let me fix the roof first. Well, surely that makes logical sense, no?
It depends. If you can polyfiller it until the summertime, I think you'll be all right, bro.
No, I'm not taking that risk, bro, because we've seen this. We saw the thunderstorm today, right? All it takes is one of those.
So you don't believe that Joey at right back and Trent in midfield with McAllister wouldn't get us by with Mbappe as part of the front line?
No, I don't.
You know?
I don't know.
I think we cook even like, we'd be all right, man. We'd be fine. We'd actually be fine.
That's fair enough. I definitely do think we need one or two box-to-box tackling midfield.
Well, technically, McAllister can kind of be a box-to-box. So if we get Kefram, then arguably we've got to.
Tackling midfield. I don't think McAllister's that.
Yeah, McAllister's not a tackling, but I would call him box-to-box-ish.
Hate says, from combos and links, midfield is doomed next year. Well, I mean, from links, we're going to have the best midfield of all time. We're going to have Valverde. We're going to have Szoboszlai. We're going to have Kone, Thuram. Wonder how many of these are going to be actually true.
This Valverde one's pissing me off. Because why even do that? Like, honestly, why even do that?
Because the PR team needs to PR, bro.
Yeah. Piss right off.
Jay says Nunez is done at Liverpool. Gakpo and Jota are too good. Oh, I disagree with that. I think he's done.
Yeah, he's not done, bro. We need a squad, man.
Pop says someone once said Gakpo's attacking midfield leaves Nunez as 9. Potentially. Potentially. Could go Gakpo in the 10. Punjabi Firmino says sell Salah now for Chiesa and Caicedo. Would you guys do that?
No, I wouldn't.
No.
Absolutely
there's too
not.
much. It's too much. Too much going on.
Matt's hurt, you know.
I'm just. It is what it is, isn't it?
Matt is actually hurt.
It is what it is, isn't it? It is what it is.
I'm not changing my stance, man. I'm sorry.
No, it's cool, bro. It's cool, man.
MJ, so 10 years outweighs 20 years of dominance. Come on. Regarding Man United, I agree with that as well.
No, it doesn't outweigh it, but the last 10 years have been quite dire. You can ask Man United fans themselves.
Aslan says, hey guys, I live in Qatar. The newspaper reporting a deal has been done tonight. Is tier 1 and partly owned by Sheikh Yassim's dad. It's 100% done. Thanks, Aslan, bro.
Bruv.
BC says Scott Carson won 2 European Cups over both Milan teams in the same stadium and never played a minute. There's more value on Anfield because of the upgrade. That's true. You know what? We talk about Adrian. Scott Carson is living the absolute unequal dream.
Mad.
Crazy.
Eastwood, I see your point, Cal. There is now a basis for a better selling point of Liverpool. I see them selling for the new NBA team. Stay tuned. I hope so. Starboy Fresh Clothing says, do you feel too many mids will disrupt the team if they're not of quality?
Because they don't all have to start. Cal, here's one for you.
No, I agree. No, I actually agree with this.
Do you know the only reason why Carson's not living the dream as much as Adrian? Because Carson's only on $5,000, somebody said. I'm not gonna lie, that's peanuts. Like Adrian's on 50, bruv.
We say Carson's only on $5,000. Apparently Haaland's only on 100K or something silly like that as well, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Carson's probably got mad bonuses, which he's hitting every single season because Man City wins something every single season.
No, but he must have to have some kind of playing time to hit them bonus. Man, don't see pitch ever,
bruv. I doubt it, bruv. He's probably sitting there going, Pep, if you let me go, it's going to be very hard to get a third choice homegrown keeper. So I'm going to stick out with this contract, and you're going to bump up the bonuses. And Pep probably goes, okay, cool. Ain't my money.
Maybe.
Cool. Jay says PSG has Qatar 2. By the way, let's not overreact. Two very different commodities, though, Jay. PSG have never been a powerhouse like Man United.
And their league's not as appealing, so they probably still
very
like
different.
Man United won't struggle to get any top player with the Premier League being the most attractive and them having all of that like clout or whatever.
Ty says the problem is FSG won't sell until we do poorly, potentially. Yo, what's good says JW Henry said he won't be here forever. He will sell. The question is when. The sport isn't profitable anyway. I think they was caught off guard with United going up for sale at the same time. That's good for them, in my opinion.
But we spoke about being sold first, didn't we?
Pretty much the same. Yeah, and then Man United came out and said that they're going to sell. And then our two fan representatives got together, and the Man United one played the Liverpool one, and the Man United one got sold, and the Liverpool one still got the American owners.
Well, why they shouldn't have tried to do that anyway?
Yeah, we know this. But hey ho, we're here now, innit? Wakey says you think City could overpass us in Champions League by 2030. They'd need another 5 in the next 7 years. I don't see that happening.
That would be remarkable if they did that. Oh my days.
Well, no, they'd need 6 in because they're on 1 now. They'd need 6 in the next 7 years. No, that ain't happening.
Yeah. They're not winning 6 out of 7. Yeah.
Mtar Mizzy, big up. Mtar Mizzy says, big up, fam. Side note, said on Friday that Uruguay World Cup under-20 squad has some ballers. Luciano Rodriguez is on the rise. The rich history of forward continues. Need to check out these under-20 World Cup, man. I ain't seen anything. Even is at under-21 Euros as well. Definitely want to tune into that as well.
Oh, is it?
Ty says Rijkaard was the one that pulled Barca out the mud. Very true.
Yeah, but they were having issues when Pep came in. That's why Rijkaard was leaving. So it wasn't all rosy in the garden.
Steven says, yo, I treated the chat with 10 new memberships. But big up all the hard work you do for the community. You are all sound guys. All have a drink on me. I big up yourself, Steven, man.
Big up,
appreciate that.
Big up. And big up for doing that for the chat as well, man.
Indeed, appreciate that.
How does that work? Who gets it?
I'm not actually too sure.
Who actually gets it? Is it like a random thing, or do we pick? How does that even work?
I'm not actually too sure. Not too sure.
Yeah, big up yourself though.
Jay says Cal would have turned down Prime Messi in 2012. No, I wouldn't have. I said him, Ronaldinho, and R9 would be the only players I wouldn't turn down. Gerrard,
it's done randomly. Oh, big up to everyone who managed to get it.
Gerrard, I'd probably take in that deal as well if it was just one player, because Gerrard can do everything. Anthony James says, remember Cal said, yeah, Anthony. All right, cool. Albert says, Cal is drinking little apple juice, take it away.
Little apple juice is nice, though.
Used to be nice, not anymore.
Oh, I haven't had it for a little while, but it was all right.
No.
Albert says, get Mbappe first, add Hendo, Sancho, Maguire, Taibi. Said Taibi, you know. BC says, if we use up all our wage bill, how do we spend in Jan?
No,
It's
but
fine.
now that's being too
fine. We
specific.
got more, no, it's fine. We got Morton and all them man coming through. It's fine. Call Me Retires Latin says, is that Nasser El Khalifi under Cal's face mask? Okay, I get you. No, I want us to win. Paul A, Cal, I need that R&B baby making playlist Twitter. Oh, word. All right. I got you. Hit me up in the DMs, bro. I got you.
Paul's looking to shoot up the club.
Yeah, what are we saying? June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. March next year. Okay, cool.
The spring baby.
You say Mother's Day present and that, yeah? I see you. Do your thing, Paul. You hit me up, bro. Jay says Qatar has not proven they can run a team properly. Yeah, true, to be fair. Jamrock says spending cap coming very soon. Watch this space. That would happen when everyone else has been taken over, doing all their business, and when we get to be implemented. That'd be fun.
Hey, don't give me Joe. People are saying Paul ain't pulling out of no deals. He's not
even pulling out of his driveway from the sound of it.
Good on you, Paul.
Mbappe shirt sales would offset his wages. Yeah, very true as well.
That's very true, actually, because we do actually make 20%. So it actually would be a madness.
Do we make 20%?
Well,
is Drake doing adverts? Is Serena Williams doing adverts? LeBron, come on,
right.
Bro.
Apparently.
Hey, bro, ain't see no 20%, bro. So, Drift, anything you want to say before we take the people out?
I'm exhausted. Good show, though. I enjoyed it. I think you hurt Matt's feelings, Cal, still.
I know I did, but there's no point in me lying, in it. I want to have a bigger squad than just having one star player and putting all the eggs in one basket. All it takes is from one injury and we're back to where we were.
Don't
need that.
The people are giving me joke. Big up everyone as always. Love as always. Let's just all go and laugh now at this Valverde links and then cry at the Man United takeover. It is what it is, man.
Gang and Deep said, big up Gang and Deep says, yes, King's watching OJ playback on the Nunez conversation. He will be too predictable on the left wing, as him running in behind will get found out by opposition. He thrives in a front two or over 10, not in a front three. Completely agree.
We just chop and change. We got options. No, I mean, I do think he can play coming in off the left as well, because it depends what the opposition is. That's what I'm saying. It's all about the tactics. You don't just play it if you've got like a team sitting deep and trying to do all that. But if you've got a team like Brighton who come out and they play a bit, he can definitely work off the left wing. It's just about the opponent. Depends who you're playing.
I don't know if I can read out that super chat. I'll put it on the screen, but I can't read this out.
H, man.
H, man. You're the biggest villain known to man. You really are the biggest villain known to man. People, we're gonna wrap up here. Apparently Valverde to Liverpool looks on. Okie doke. He's gonna leave Champions League challenging Real Madrid to join Europa League Liverpool.
Here's one thing I will say. I don't think that is something that we should worry about. I think it is more just about the fact that Liverpool just aren't about that life. Because I do think Valverde would like the idea of playing for a big club and a big manager. No, I don't think he would. But I mean, like, I think a Real Madrid star could leave for Liverpool if Liverpool are ambitious and about that life with a manager like Klopp. We're just never ever going to be about that life. That's what that is. That's why I would never believe.
He loves Real Madrid and Real Madrid love him.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you go and look at like Di Maria and other players who've left Real Madrid who were star players, but the price was right, Casemiro, I think it's just Liverpool aren't ambitious enough about that life to go and get a player. Not Valverde, but I just mean in general. That's why I don't ever believe us being linked with a Real Madrid player or a Barcelona player.
All right, let me ask you a question. would you swap Valverde for Nunez?
No, because we could still go and buy other midfielders. But if we lose a forward to get Valverde, we wouldn't buy another forward, and then we'd only have 4 forwards.
What are you saying, Matt?
What? Why are you bringing me into this?
You're part of the show.
Would you? I'm asking you.
First, bro.
I'm trying to find something. Hold on. I've got things to do, you know. I'm trying to get the show ready and that, you know, for tomorrow.
Matt, hold on, no, Matt, you're not answering, no.
What?
You would do it.
I don't know what you're talking about, fam.
Oh my goodness, Matt, you're shameless, bro.
Cow tried
I
to
don't know
do
what
me
you're
dirty there, but it's all right. It's all right.
Valverde's 24.
What's that got to do with it?
I'm asleep, cuz.
I'll be honest with you, I'm swapping Nunez for Valverde very quickly.
Oh, we know you would, bruv.
That must mean you must have faith in killing Mbappe, right?
Sorry, where's that come from?
I just thought about it full circle. You're thinking, if you swap Valverde to my man, we're missing a striker. Obviously, we need to bring in a. So off that logic, would you bring in Mbappe now then?
But I wasn't the. You're acting like I wouldn't take Mbappe at Liverpool. I wouldn't take Mbappe under those situations.
Do you know what it is? Fam, I didn't want you to even say what you just said. You're basically saying under those conditions.
I wouldn't. Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. The conditions aren't perfect. We're just being offered killing Mbappe.
Yeah, I know. But I don't think that's comparable to Nunez. And we need a centre midfielder. In my opinion, we could survive without Nunez. If we got Valverde instead.
We're just not the same. We're just not the same, innit? That's what it is. We're not the same.
We're not. But you still haven't answered the question.
We're not the same.
Would you swap Valverde for Nunez?
I don't want to hear you talk about killing ever again, you know. Maybe just don't talk about killing, fam. Just say the French striker, the French forward.
I don't know what else to say. You weren't there.
What boy do me do bigger than that pussy? Run on your mama. Boy, pussy.
That's how you feel towards me right now, isn't it, Matt?
That's over the top, but bro,
the fact that you haven't answered my question means I know what your answer is.
What the Nunez and
you know, I know what your answer.
No, but are we based this on just now? We make no more signing because I'm thinking about balance. That's how I asked you the question. I don't know. Was it just a straight swap? Like we don't bring in no one, or
just
that's
a straight swap? We don't know what else is going to happen in the window.
No, because that would be that. Do you know? As much as I rate, Valverde, Valverde's sick, yeah, but the balance would be because then we're missing a forward. Then.
So you wouldn't swap Nunez for Valverde?
I mean, bro,
look at you. You'll be a fantastic politician, Matt.
No. What it is, I would want to do it, Carl. I'll be honest, but it's just with all the midfielders that we've been linked with, because you said you don't know what's going to happen. We're more likely to sign a midfielder, innit? And I'd rather take my chances like that. I think Valverde, if I'm being honest, Valverde outweighs Nunez right now. It's not even a debate. Valverde, in my opinion, is a world-class midfielder. The problem is that if we sign Valverde and we lose a forward and we're being only midfielders. No, Valverde world class. In my opinion, I think he's sick.
He's absolute quality, but he's not world class. Not yet.
I think he's one of the best in the world.
Not yet. He's
and if he's not there, he's
very
gonna
close.
be there. He's
very
close.
close.
He can get there, but he's not there yet.
But his development is very, very like he's close, bro. He's close to being world class, in my opinion, anyway. Brother, they serious, you know.
Sadiq says, Cal, please give Matt his soul you stole. I didn't realize this would hurt so much. I'm sorry.
I never get back. It's fine. No, I never get back. Sometimes you have to just live and learn in life.
Danny says, would you rather, so this for me, Cal, would you rather Messi and R9 or Prime Gerrard? Prime Gerrard.
Good night, everyone.
Shut up, man. Of course I'm trolling. Don't do me like that. Of course I'm taking Messi.
I was just laughing.
I said,
nah, you're not. You're not, bro.
Oh, come on, Drift. Don't do that.
Squidly! Fully salt, you pussy clot in a ear. Too enough, man. Squidly! Squidly!
Don't
you know
do
Cal,
you absolutely know I take R9.
You done what our kids did. They put their foot in the hot water to test to see how hot it was, and then they jumped out.
I'm not saying. Obviously, Messi and R9, we win absolutely everything known to man.
Say it with chest, though, bro. That doesn't sound convincing.
Guys, I swear on my kid's life, I'm taking Messi and R9 over Prime Gerrard.
Would you also change their names?
No, because they've got their names now, bruv. Like
You'd have to change Stevie
no, that's not what the super chat
to
said.
Ronaldo.
Bro. That's not what the super chat said.
Change Robbie to Leah now.
No, that's not what the super chat said, bro. Gerrard and Fowler played for Liverpool still, didn't they? Actually,
Robbie would have to
you're
be
adding
called
stuff
Nazario.
in, bro. You're adding stuff in. I'm not doing that stuff. Prime Messi and R9, no.
After the goodie bag.
Anthony says, Drifty, how much for the Jamaican meme catalog? Prices.
I'm moving like FSG. Make me an offer I can't refuse, Andy.
I trust.
Sadiq says, Cal here playing Shang Tsung Mortal Kombat.
Oh, you're a G for reading that without actually knowing who he was talking about. You played that off well, and you got it right. You're a G for that.
Oh, I didn't think I would.
I mean, some people call him Shang Tsung, but
you could have just leave him in there because I thought he done.
No, he done well there. He actually done well. Because I know he doesn't have a clue.
But I had a feeling he knew who Shang Tsung was. Though.
No, I was taking my time reading out, hoping one of you guys would bail me out, but you didn't. Still,
I nearly did. You know, I actually nearly did.
The classic line. The classic line.
I mean, nearly is not the same as bailing me out, innit?
No, but you got it before I was just about to jump in. You know, like I thought you was about to get beaten up, and then I saw you land a knockout punch. I was like, no, he's got it. He's got it.
Yeah, but I've also lost a tooth, Drift, so. People, we are going to wrap up there. If you haven't already, please do smash the like button. Please do also subscribe if you're new to the channel. I'll take that down, man. Stevie Sanderson or Robbie Sanderson. We all know. Oh, of course he would, bruv. He'd probably kick me under the tram. That would kick me off a tram to do that, 100%. I would swap me out for Mbappe. Subscribers would go up, viewership would go up. I would swap you for Mbappe.
Like Cal said, business is business. Mbappe generation. That's all I'm saying.
As long as he's not letting me still in some way, shape, or form. Like I don't know.
Remember when Kone was like, it's just business.
I'll just bring up super chats from behind the camera. You look, obviously, you're going to have to learn French, though.
I'm not going to lie. That thing you did the other day when he punched up the mascot, I was belly laughing.
Bro, I've only seen the still picture. I haven't seen the full thing.
I was belly laughing.
Bro, apparently the person had to go to hospital, you know?
No, I'm not laughing at him being hurt, but if you see a man in a costume getting punched, and you don't realize the pain he's in, and then you see them dragging him by his feet.
But bro, what kind of no seriously? Who told that?
It's the most dumb thing. It's the most dumb thing you could do.
Connor just did a Goldberg basically. Instead of playing nice and going along with it, he hit him hard for real.
No, but I don't. It's not the first punch that was the problem. It was the second one that was.
Apparently, there's a punch after he's on the floor.
Yeah. And it looked like
why did Connor do that? Big man,
it's Connor, bro. No, it was staged.
So
it was
unnecessary.
No, it was actually staged.
No, it was, but that second punch was.
I don't know if the second one was.
I'm not gonna.
No, I think it was. I just think he hit him too hard. You know, it's like, bro, you're not supposed to actually hit him.
If I was the mascot and you hit me that hard and I knew it was staged, You see that
Holland
second
didn't even
one?
hit that hard.
I'm not gonna lie.
it's a
I'm moving
Conor
like
McGregor
Diaz.
punch.
I'm catching
Unless
you.
you're
And I'm
trained
bringing
to
you into
take
guard
punches,
or start.
that's gonna hurt. And remember,
But
there's
that
no way of
punch
protecting
was
yourself.
so hard. I don't understand. From
It's
the
long,
remember, I'm going by the steel. The fact that the mascot was like, come on, man.
Out cold, man. H can send more Jamaican memes, but hella P Klein.
I'll make the executive decision. H, let me have him.
Jay says you can take Mbappe alone if it keeps him from United.
That's not to us. That's for you.
Yeah, we know who that question is for.
What's the
Castle ain't
criteria?
doing it. He's looking at the
parameters
of the deal.
That's quite open ended. Like,
How's like, is it going to break FFP? Do we need to get homegrown? Wait a minute, we sold James Milner.
If we're just signing Mbappe to stop United getting him, but we get no one else, no, I'm still not doing it.
Cal's like, no, it's going to stop the development of Doak.
No, not even. That's something you would say. I want Musa Diaby and I want Inacio. I want Carl.
You need psychiatric evaluation.
Don't try and divert, Drift, because you know what I was saying was facts. If we get what we're meant to get, I don't really care who the other teams get. I'm just being real.
Hold on, my daughter. One second.
You want Mbappe playing for Man United, bro.
How many times have you said, I don't care what other teams do? If we do what we're doing, then I don't care.
Yeah, but Man United getting Mbappe is a game changer, Cal. We've already got City with Haaland. If Man United get Mbappe, bro, all of a sudden, our task is 10 times harder than it already is, bro.
Hard anyway, bruv.
Yeah, but with Mbappe and Man United, it becomes a whole different kettle of fish, bro.
Yeah, and they still have loads of other areas to sort out as well.
But they will.
Will they?
They've got Qatar money now, bruv. Oh, bruv, they'll be absolutely fine, bro.
Tell. But how does that affect us? Because all that's going to happen, we get Mbappe, don't sort out anything else, and they go and sort out everything, and they finish above us.
And then we catch up in January.
Oh, bruv, we ain't spending in January like that, bruv.
According to what the super was, it was just for the summer. So we'll go and buy in January.
Part of me hopes something like this happens this summer. Part of me kind of hopes it does.
What, we buy Mbappe and no one else?
Yeah, part of me hopes it does.
Oh, I'll take that as well, bro.
I know you would.
Sign?
I know you would. And you know, when it backfires, I don't want to hear nothing from nobody.
Yeah, it would be a risk worth taking.
Cool. I'm done taking risks. Or non-calculated ones anyway.
A risk worth taking. It'd be like somebody telling me, do you know what? Do you think you could jump a 4-foot gap? I'll be like, oh, that's a bit of a gap still. But there's £100 million on the other side. I'll be like, yo, get back. I'm gonna make this jump. It's a risk worth taking, bro.
Cool. LFC Network says we need to sign Thuram ASAP. We need a few players ASAP, man. Need a few players.
Yeah, we need to get Kefram. All jokes aside, back to reality, we do need Kefram, 100%.
We need a lot. But Mbappe fixes everything, so it's calm.
So does the 100 million, bro. Telling you, I'm making that jump.
4-foot jump is very... A lot of people would be all right making a 4-foot jump still.
It's bigger than you think, bro.
Pause. But but I'd be very comfortable and confident making a 4-foot jump, even in my poor condition right now.
What about in church shoes?
But you keep on adding different. Like you keep on adding.
That was just out of curiosity.
In church shoes, that's not a 4-foot jump anymore. That's an 8-foot jump now.
You slip on that takeoff and you're done, bro.
You slip on that takeoff. That's the last thing you're going to see. The last thing you're going to see is your church shoes.
Oh, man. Oh, flip it up. Oh, man. It's been a good show. Big up. You actually had us way longer than you were supposed to, as always.
Big up to all people. Until we see you on the next stream. Make sure you follow us on social media. Stay safe, stay blessed. We are Kop-Ish, right, people. Take care.
Peace.